Hello everybody, welcome to another stream. I'm your host SpaghettiOs. Hopefully Frost camera loads. There it is, and I'm joined with Frost. How's it going, Frost?
I'm doing well, thanks, and you? I don't know what it is, but apparently whenever, like as soon as we go live, every single time, camera gone.
I know.
I don't know what it is. Streams, I'm actually a bannable offense on Twitch apparently.
Twitch is like, hold up. He too pretty to put on immediately. You know, we got to keep him waiting.
Exactly.
I love it. You were telling me before this stream that how did you phrase it? You're donning some mad garb or something.
I'm wearing my fresh garb.
Fresh garb.
My fresh garb.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say anything like that.
And along with that, I've made a promise to Spag that if we go to King's Row, I'll do my best terrible impression of a roadman accent. I'll try my best to cast with that for the entirety of that game. So we'll see how it goes. I know it's obviously very rare that we actually go to King's Row, so you know it's very unlikely. Obviously,
you never know.
Yeah.
I'll try and counterbalance it by doing my most posh accent. How about that?
Yes, of course.
King's Row will just be the map for wacky accent.
Well,
Jess says in chat,
British, right?
Frost Roadman, I'm so hype. Yeah.
Just British in it.
Just British in it. Oh no.
So let's see, what have we got tonight? We've got GigaChads up against the Leicester Lobsters. Honestly, actually, I just realized Leicester's also a ton of England, so you know this is playing well into this.
Oh, I like it.
We're doing okay there. Yeah. So obviously, what is it? Something 3.2k scrim, I think, around about there.
Around about.
And it looks like we're actually. I somehow don't think we're starting at watch point Gibraltar because most teams like to start with control, but who knows? Maybe they're feeling a little funky today.
Yeah. Let's have a look at their logo. What do you think of that?
That's the best logo I've ever seen.
I know.
Honestly.
Perfection.
Like MS Paint never fails to disappoint. Like that's
never.
That's MS Paint is it's the only way to do a logo. Really.
It's yeah. I mean, it just has its own very unique charm to it, you know. And it is a lobster. And is that Leicester? I don't know what's on its back. But...
like logo. It has to be. Like what else would it?
Yeah,
be?
It must be.
Like Infinity Stone, you know. That's actually the lobster that Thanos was looking for.
The Thanos lobster. Well, maybe they can take some of that infinity power and put it into their scrims. I hope so. We haven't seen Leicester Lobsters play.
No, we haven't.
But we have seen GigaChads play, and we know GigaChads have the potential there.
I mean, yeah, as any team, like, you know, obviously it depends, one, on like who they're playing, and two, on the day. Because you know, everything happens, depends. Maybe you have a good scrim, maybe you don't have a good scrim, maybe maybe people are on form, maybe they're not. It's okay. But let's hope that today is a day where everyone's on form and we can make things nice and close.
I think so.
Keep things interesting.
I think so.
I think we'll have a good one there then. That's
What do we think of GigaChad's tank players? We've got a question in chat from Wombles. I think they are pretty chat. They bring a lot of chat energy. I mean, of all the roles in Overwatch to have chat energy, I think tanks are definitely up there.
Oh, for sure. And we've got I don't think they play in either of this. Actually, I don't have Twitch chat. I don't think they play for this team, but we have a GigaChad as well, who forms part of the A51 community, who normally plays support, but has a filthy main tank.
Oh, just dirty plays.
It has to be, and like, you know, as the name does suggest, plays very aggressively. So, like, he's kind of on that spectrum of that thing where it's like he's either getting absolutely rolled, or he's rolling. And I've only seen him roll so far. There was one instance where I saw a bit of an MTD, but we won't talk about that. GigaChad, love you lots.
Someone clip that and send that to GigaChad, please. Call him out.
Terrible take.
God, that's a savage. We don't talk about the A51 Valorant team. We don't talk about them. That's on the down low. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
That's all we're saying. That's all we're saying.
We'll just see them playing around a bit here with the.
Bro, that's my team. Oh no! Oops. Sorry.
Yeah, so we see them here playing a bit around with the maps, maybe getting the code correct. Not really sure what the idea was, but we have finally loaded now into Lijiang Tower. And it looks like we are going to be starting here on Night Market.
Ooh.
So, in fact, normally I'd expect to see, you know, either Brawl or Ball from either side of the team. But it looks like right now that the Lobsters are, you know, looks like they're pondering a bit with the dive.
Ooh, I do like the dive comps because they're just so chaotic, and I'm normally the play-by-play, so I normally handle a lot of the team fights, and with dive, there's never a boring moment, you know, the fights normally happen in multiple places at once, especially on the composition that GigaChads are going towards, this kind of ball diva style. They normally have ball tracer, actually, which I think Bucky might switch to, or you never know, they could stick with the sim and just sim straight onto the point, but I'm just happy we're not getting any brawl compositions, you know, because I don't know, I like dive. I'm a huge fan of those divey comps.
Yeah, I think I've ever actually seen dive run here on this. So you know, maybe Leicester Lobsters are actually just like a dive focused team. Which, to be fair, if there's one comp you're gonna one trick, dive is probably a good one. Back and change the screen.
Oh. There we go. We're in. Good stuff. Oh, I love it. But yeah, we're going to get into it. Both of the teams are going to be out out of the spawn door. And yeah, we're going to see how they go. It looks like Silence is going to get that first pick onto the Brigitte. A pretty huge one there for the GigaChads as they roll in. Nice and hard. A double kill by the Farah. Some mad poke coming in there. But the kills do come alive for Lobsters as well. Both supports are down. Both Arnas. With a nice boop there from the ball player on the side of GigaChads. So it is still kind of even, a lot less heals for both of these teams as the fight unfolds. It looks like Lobsters have a lot of space to play with and a lot of picks, although GigaChads have gone straight to the point, dominated that space nice and early, but Lobsters definitely have the numbers to take this home.
Yeah, GigaChads opening up there with two really nice picks, then Silence going, I think, a little too low to the ground, and yeah, getting picked off there, and from that, it just looks like Leicester Lobsters cleaned up there. Kebab ended up going a little bit too far away from the Farah, unfortunately, but and then got picked up by the monkey. But it looks like GigaChads are gonna open this up once again with a nice pick onto the Diva. And that should start things off.
Yeah, nice opening pick. We do have Silence with the barrage, tempting fate there. There it is. It comes out. Doesn't manage to get, or does get Ivy. So a nice double kill there for the GigaChads starting off as the point ticks into the 30% range for Lobsters. Looks like Lobsters are kind of trying to claw it back, but they have a lot less numbers than GigaChads. So it does look like it's going to be GigaChads point win. And yeah, I mean, a pretty solid fight all round.
Yeah, the Tracer there, Gwynblade of Lobsters getting that pick onto Silence there towards the end there really means that Leicester Lobsters have a really easy time getting into this fight. Kebab unfortunately making the decision there to go raise the ball and leaving their Farah to deal with the Tracer. This not be a great decision, but we'll see a Nano Monkey coming in to distract that pulse bomb. Good ball, good work.
That was a great Nano. The stick went onto the Winston, but the Nano was there to save him just in time. Unfortunately, Ivy does drop though after that amazing play. So Lobsters are down 2. Both of their supports are going to invest the Reaper ult to try and get some damage to turn the tide. Looks like Silence with a double kill. Triple kill. I have said that so many times for the first map. Silence, every single fight, seems to be putting in so much work for GigaChads. And it's paying off big time now that they managed to match the 50% and climbing on the point percentage.
Yeah, in these ball Farah comps, it is the Farah who does all the damage, right? I mean, you can see it on stream here. Silence has got almost double the damage of any other player on their team, and I mean that is what you're gonna do, especially when you're running like a dive comp, right? When they want to be together at the start and then split up a bit, and both of those really they really benefit the Farah. We'll see that the monkey here kind of split off, diving after that Ana, not gonna get it, and the popping the rage escaped immediately.
Ooh, yeah, going in for a cheeky barrage there. They messed up the concussive blast a little bit, but they managed to get a pick. And that's all that really matters. Now that Lobsters are 1 pick down the Winston, looks like Ana is going to drop. Lord Zelron going to drop on the side of GigaChad. So it is pretty even, and that Ana provides a lot of healing. Looks like Legs is going to trade. Mine's also going to be invested to try and stop him from coming out the room, but it looks like GigaChads have the numbers advantage, especially with the Reds coming out onto Lord Zelron, securing that fight win, and looks like securing the point and coming into last fight territory here.
Yeah, it just looks like the coordination isn't necessarily here for Leicester Lobsters. They've got the the monkey diving in, but the D.Va is staying back to protect their support line, and like while that is good, right? It does mean that your monkey is diving in alone. That Tesla cannon is just really not going to cut through enough of the damage. I mean, of the healing that can be output by the Ana. So maybe they need to look at a bit of a difference in strat here from Leicester Lobsters, but GigaChads looking really good in that first round there.
Oh yeah, for sure. They were looking pretty strong, but I mean, not completely divisive. You know, there were moments where Lobsters had the advantage. And speaking of a change of strategy, this change of map normally means that you will see different kind of compositions that favor kind of these close quarter combats. So the brawl coming out, but it looks like the double bubble is going to be what Lobsters opt for here with that Winston Zarya composition. Going to be interesting to see how that one plays. It's not normally you see this matchup on a map like this.
No, yeah, not at all. Like excuse me, GigaChads coming out with a a very standard comp. You know, you expect to see that Ryan, some Bap, Lucio, then the rest of them. You can change it. It could be a Doomfist, could be a D.Va, could be a Zarya. You know, those things you can play around with. The junk sick, very nice spam. It's looking really good there. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how this divey composition plays into so much spam damage. I'm gonna put a prediction out here. Tiny Smart Rat doesn't last 3 seconds in the first one.
Ooh, that's a bold prediction. Especially, I think I'm warming to that one because they switched off the Zarya. So I would have been apprehensive, but without that Zarya bubble, you're just going to get burst down so quickly. I mean, the D.Va DM Matrix can only do so much. So yeah, I do think that Winston is very vulnerable, but looks like they're sticking with it. Let's see how it comes out.
Yeah, I actually think the D.Va Matrix might make him last a little longer than the Zarya Bubble, considering Zarya Bubble has like a damage maximum, whereas the D.Va Matrix has time. Yeah.
I see what you mean. Well, we'll see how it plays out. That D.Va Matrix is going to be pretty brutal for the Junkrat. Could be eating a lot of those, but it is going to be the Cassidy with the opening pick onto Silence. GigaChads down 1, and now Lobsters feeling a little bit more confident, but biding their time. I like this patience. They're going to isolate Bucky with a huge anti-nade, managing to burst them down nice and quickly. Now, 2 members of GigaChads are down. It's really Lobsters' fight to win as the point unlocks. They collapse onto the Reinhardt. They do manage to get rid of the Bab and the Sigma as well. So, yeah, huge play there by the Lobsters. Nice and disciplined and a very slow fight.
Yeah, a very slow fight, which I think GigaChads should have actually gone more aggressive there. Like, their comp into dive is so strong. So I think GigaChads want to win this. It's just going to be W all the way. The only real threat they have is that Cassidy getting a stun off, and you'll see Stu has switched over to the D.Va now, looking like to counter that.
Yeah, that D.Va pick should hopefully come in handy a little bit and allow them to be aggressive, and looks like that's what they're gonna try and do. A nice early dive there by Tiny Smart Rat. The High Noon comes in from the Cassidy on the side of Lobsters, managing to push all of GigaChads into this tight room. Using that natural cover, I really like it, and they're just gonna wait it out, but it buys a lot of time for Lobsters. Now that the High Noon is over, the Winston gonna dive in with the assistance of a Nano and the D.Va, forces out the lamp. So now GigaChad's down a lot of resources. They can only hold on for so long, and Tiny Smart Rat popping that Primal, gonna juggle Silence out of the game, really disrupting that backline. The heals though still being pumped into the Reinhardt, but not for long, as Monkman collapses on them. Nice Reaper double kill, and Lobsters looking completely different from the first map.
Yeah, Lobsters looking completely different, and GigaChads not really seeming to know what they should do with this. They're really splitting their attention there when Tiny Smart Rat jumps over to the backline. They're like, I don't know where to look. Something's happening here. And now Leicester Lobsters have 3 ults to work with. I mean, the Mercy ult, maybe a bit of a get out of jail free card for the Mercy. And it's kind of the same on GigaChads. Silence really hasn't been a part of this game. Their Junkrat's still yet to build up their first ult.
Ooh, yeah, looks like the bomb going to be sent into the backline, but his beautiful shield there is going to deny that. The High Noon getting 1 pick for GigaChads coming in. Here comes the Shatter as well. Catches 1. But it could be enough potentially as Monkman pops the Reaper roll as well. Doesn't get too many picks off the back of that. Looks like GigaChads have the numbers advantage as they invested so heavily into that fight. And a good thing too, as it's up to 90% for Lobsters. And yeah, they do manage to pick off Silence in the end, so a bit of a stagger.
A bit of a stagger, and Silence has finally got to their first ult here. Rice looks to be in a spot of bother with that Nano Monkey towards the back on there. It's a nice bomb. I don't think the placement is there, and yeah, Gwynblood uses that no matrix to take its full advantage with that.
Ooh, yeah, beautiful opening by Lobsters. The double kill High Noon, as the team were distracted with the Nano Winston, was enough to completely bamboozle them. Lots of damage from all different sides, and yeah, now it's just the Hail Mary picks to try and stall that point for as long as possible.
Yeah, Ivy getting the final blow there onto Silence, but yeah, as you said, they're just going to be tricking onto the point now. And it looks like the DPS on the side of Leicester Lobsters have pretty decent aim, considering that Junkrat was picked off by a a Cassidy both times there. Bucky claiming 2 kills here though on both the supports means that there's no sustain on the side of Leicester Lobsters left.
Yeah, I mean, GigaChads, despite the shortcomings, are doing such a great job of stalling it out. They managed to get a beat off, meaning that 3 members of them can all stay alive. It's all squishies, but for Silence, it doesn't matter as they get a nice kill onto Monkman, and suddenly things are looking pretty dicey for Lobsters. I don't know how they lost such a strong advantage, but thanks to GigaChad's persistence, they managed to win it out.
I'm very surprised that happened. I think you and I were both quite ready to wrap this
round.
Yeah, we will see the comp now for GigaChads isn't looking too great. As we'll see the Rice going back now to switch back onto the right. I don't know if that's the right call, so you've left your team quite high and dry here. And if Tiny Smart Rec can identify that, that should be the death of someone here.
Yeah, let's hope that Reinhardt can get back in time for the fight to unfold. Looks like the Doom is going to immediately dive in from GigaChads, but the stun there, opening up the fight, and beautiful High Noon off the back of it as well. Scores a double kill for Lobsters. This is what they need with the Winston diving into the backline as well, disrupting them, forcing out that lamp, and suddenly Lobsters are back in their prime, looking to pincer GigaChads out of this point and really gain back the control that they had so strongly before. And it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do, as they take out the Reinhardt BAP, the Nano as well for good measure onto the Monkey, just to secure those final picks. Ticks into overtime for Lobsters, and now I think it's truly nearing the end.
Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe?
Oh, no! Okay. Another recontest by Rice. Okay, burnt down, and there's the Dancing Reaper to see out. 2 is still alive. They managed to get the D.Va bomb off, but will the baby? I don't think the baby D.Va survives here.
Ooh, so close! Almost survives, but I think the ultimates that Lobsters had left over is going to be enough. They also have a High Noon coming up as well, which they're going to pop immediately, and just like that, Lobsters get it. But oh my god, was that close? I genuinely thought that was over, like 2-3 minutes ago.
Yeah, at 0% there, Leicester Lobsters were looking so dominant. Like, that was just, who was it on point? I think it was the Junkrat jumped in, and then I think maybe Lord Zelrod got in there. But you know, then they managed to turn it around there. And I think what's happening here, Spag, the reason that Leicester Lobsters look so good that round there is I don't think GigaChads are actually focusing down the targets or like that they're looking at, because you'll see you know, Monkman teleporting to the backline, the D.Va goes and follows them. Then Sunny Smart Ray jumps somewhere else, and the Reinhardt follows them. And they are just so split. And that's just how they like to play. That's how Leicester Lobsters seem to like to play, and it's just causing so much havoc for GigaChads.
Yeah, and I mean, playing split normally would be not, you know, the most ideal thing to do, but in a composition like that, you know, you can afford to play a little bit split, you can afford to have these 2 clusters, and truly in Lobster fashion, it is like a pincer from 2 different sides. You have 2 of these claws, 2 of these groups of people attacking you, and to be honest, if I was caught in that, I wouldn't know what to do. So I think GigaChads getting it up to 70% near the end there, more power to them, honestly.
Yeah, I really like that analogy. That was a goodie. That was a goodie.
Ah, thanks.
So let's see now if GigaChads can bring themselves together, because they are playing the six-man zombie composition. Right, this composition entirely relies on the fact that you guys stay as one big like clump of death,
right,
so to say. And you know, we'll see if they manage to do that. And if they do, all they need to do, walk onto Ivy, walk onto Raze, and from there just like go through, because I don't think Lobsters are going to change off this composition. Not until they're hard counted, and even then, I don't know.
Yeah.
But let's see how they do play it, and I would really like to see GigaChads get that coordination going.
Yes, I think we'd all like to see that. A bit of target focus, but now both of the compositions are pretty even. It's only really the Sombra difference on both of these sides, and the Ana for Lobsters. So they're going to rotate into the point here. Both of these teams kind of get here roughly the same time. But it is going to be Tiny Smart Rat immediately picked off by Bucky. I think the advantage of that Reaper getting really up close and personal can chew through all that healing. And yeah, off the back of that pick, there's not a lot you can do as GigaChads, as they get completely rinsed by the remaining members. Lord Zeron with the double kill on the Moira. Not often you see that, but yeah, very well played there by GigaChads.
Yeah, really well played there, and you can see in the ult charge there, Bucky put in so much work. Quite funny to see that Monkman has only been playing Reaper this entire time. Bucky switches one round and is currently, let's not get too ahead of ourselves, currently the better Reaper. Right? We'll see Silence here not too high up on that EMP charge, but looking to hack the Diva and should be able to get through that.
Ooh, they do get the hack off, which is going to be pretty important as Lobsters are back at it again. They're going to try and ingress onto the point from the left-hand side, charge up some ultimates. It looks like the initial picks are going to be on Lord Zelron. The Moira dropping 4 GigaChads. That's a huge blow to their defenses here. A lot of healing lost, and GigaChads looking a little more scared now, as I think they should be. As the full force of Lobsters crawl and scuttle onto point. They have a Lucio to deal with. He's kind of surfing around. They do manage to pick him off. And looks like GigaChad's doing what they do best and trying to stall out for as long as possible.
Yeah, this is a really good stall. Lord Zelron, obviously one of the first one picked there along with Rice. 2 very, very key components to your monkey composition taken out immediately. And it looks like this Tracer from Gwynblood is going to be quite an issue to deal with for Lord Zelron. So they're going to need to choose between peeling for their Moira or just walking onto the rest of the Lobsters there. We will see a lot of ults coming up here. It's going to be very interesting to see how they choose to use them. I'm imagining they're going to open up with this Coalescence, but let's see how they choose to engage that.
Oh, there it is. Just as you called it, the Coalescence opening up the team fight here. Looks like a lot of ultimates going to be prepared to being used. The bomb comes down and gets rid of Lord Zelron again. Both supports down for GigaChads, and the EMP catching 3 members of Lobsters. Looks pretty dicey for GigaChads at the moment as the picks just came in, and they lost their EMP as well. So GigaChads taking a big L after that fight.
A big L there indeed, Smack. Yeah, it looks like they just didn't get their coordination right there. Silence seems to be a little bit out of sync with the rest of the team right now. They're getting that Diva hack there well before the rest of the team is ready to engage. And then using that EMP there, unfortunately, I think just as 2 people died. So, I'm not gonna be too upset about that. But yeah, we'll see the rest of the team coming through here, and a big eat there by 2.
Ooh, a huge eat, denying the initial ult from Lobsters. The Coalescence as well coming out to keep Lobsters alive, and it does manage to catch the Winston, and yeah, the kills are just trickling in once again for Lobsters. I mean, their engages have been so aggressive and so clean.
Yeah, I think the GigaChads might need to consider another rotation here, but I'm not sure what they can do. They're probably scared of Razor's Lucio. And they need to take advantage of the fact here that they have the Sombra, right? The Sombra versus the Tracer, you've got that hack, which is your major win condition here, right? You've got, and there it is. There's the hack onto Mr. Purple immediately, and that should be the end of Tiny Smart Rat.
Ooh, a great hack there. The beat is going to come out for Lobsters to try and deny the damage coming out from GigaChads. Looks like GigaChads have a beat of their own, though, keeping them alive. 2 going to use the bomb, and it catches 2. Absolutely incredible. This is what GigaChads needs to win the fight. They do manage to lose Bucky, unfortunately, but with the Diva D-Mech and the overtime, the pressure is high for GigaChads to make this fight a fight win. Looks like Rice also going to use the Primal there to juggle them off the map, and GigaChads finally have the kills trickling in. They just have cleanup, and this fight is theirs to win, but 50% to 99, still not looking too good for GigaChads.
To they're claiming the environmental on Ivy on the reset, unless they moved more. I don't know. I wasn't paying too much attention to that. We will see here another EMP, so I'd really like to see GigaChads going aggressive here. Gwynblade's going to need to come up quite big with this pulse bomb, because this is the only ultimate right now that the Lobsters have to work with, but they are going to be coming with that coal and that bomb quite quickly here. So really going to be a very aggressive and quite decisive fight, and there you go.
Ooh, yeah! There we go, very aggressive, very decisive EMP there, catching 4 members. The Coalescence as well coming out to try and back them up, and that is the fight won before it even started, really. Absolutely great cleanup from GigaChads there. But using the ultimates pretty effectively and managing to bag up to 90%.
And I'm not sure if you caught that there. There's 288, another one of Gwynblade's pulse bombs.
Oh my god.
That there. So 2 just really denying Gwynblade the right to play here. They come to the Coalescence through to get this through, but there's the bomb to deny the touch, I think.
Oh yeah, a huge bomb. Definitely zones out a lot of the members to come onto point. Both teams are in overtime, so this is the fight to win. And it looks like a huge boot from Kebab. The support line from GigaChads really popping off, really taking the fight into their own hands, dealing the damage, and it pays off big time as they get 2 kills to initiate the fight. GigaChads just need to clean up now. Yeah, get rid of the picks from Lobsters coming into contest, and that is it. GigaChads just about winning that one. I mean, this is going to be a close series.
It's a very close series, and on the back of that second EMP, which was much better than the first one, I might add, they really seem to posh themselves and get themselves like back into the game. I don't know if they heard me and they're like, you know what, listen, we can actually play. Like we're just toying with our food. It's okay. But they looked so good on that attack they won, and everything after that. That EMP is so decisive. Fight 1 immediately, and 2 eating those 2 pulse bombs, massive value.
Massive value. And I mean, it's not easy eating those pulse. They come in so quick. The tracers are, so quick with it. So yeah, props off to 2 for eating those. And I think, GigaChads were at their prime when they were going in for those engages, when they were the ones using ultimates, when they were the ones aggressing. So I think hopefully they take that Chad mentality forward and continue to execute it like they have. But that being said, looks like we might be heading to King's Row as our next map. And I don't know if everyone in chat was there for when Frost promised, but Frost has something he'd like to share for this King's Row match.
Don't worry. You'll get it in her blood.
Oh God!
Gotta put on the Rodman Frost outfit, yeah?
Oh God! This makes me so nervous.
Keep us going this flag.
Let's have a. Should we have a look? Let's see the garb, the fresh garb. Oh no! Okay, he's loading at the moment.
Hold on.
He's becoming, transforming into his true form. There he is. How's it going, good sir? Oh, we're very blurry. We don't want to show you on stream. We're blurring you out. Oh, there it is.
We're good. Now we're good, fam. I'm looking forward to a nice round in King's Row in it. Gonna see bear shatters. Gonna see what compositions we got here.
We got a good few compositions.
Yeah, GigaChads on the standard composition for King's Row. Yeah, you got the Widowmaker here just to try and get a nice early pick, and it looks like the Leicester Lobsters. They're going to be running their standard composition. They've got Monkman on the Reaper. They've got Tiny Smart Rat. Oh, have I switched to a Scottish?
I know, you're switching to like Irish.
Yeah. Man's like Tiny Smart Rat on the Winston. Man's like Monkman on the Reaper. We've got Rays here on the Lucio just to make sure they're there. I can't seem to keep it, man. I'm trying.
You're doing a good job. You're doing much better than I could. Much better than I could. And it is definitely in keeping with the matches or King's Row's vibe. British in it.
British in it. Yeah.
Which team do you think is exuding the most roadman energy right now?
I mean, it's got to be GigaChads, isn't it? They got the Reinhardt. He's German, but it's this map. It's King's Row. You can't not play the Reinhardt. And then we'll see. Man's like Tiny Smart Rat. He's on the Winston. That's his hero. Rice went so aggressive here on that wall.
Oh, yeah, very aggressive wall, and even more aggressive Bucky, completely denying the Tracer. Hiding in the back line, looking for an early pick, but gets silenced by a beautiful flashbang. Looks like Diva's going to get demeched, and the Roadman GigaChad team going to roll over them, getting those picks. Managing to finish off Diva. Going to use Lamp nice and aggressively to try and take as much space as possible, and there we have it. The Chads charging in. Nice triple kill by Silence to finish it off, and they're going to deny the Archway hold as well.
So man's like Silence, but bare value there, farmer. We see a Rice coming up here on this ultimate. Looking forward to laying down that hammer. Look at it, already an engagement. Pushing forward. Lays the hammer down. No big ting. All down.
Absolutely no big ting. As the Shatter connect and the aggressive positioning pays off. High risk, high reward. But boy, did GigaChads cash out on that reward. Very well played. And the cart continues to move.
I want to know here. Look up at Windblood. What's Blood doing? What's Blood doing up there on the Widowmaker? What's he hoping to get you? Nah, fam. That's not gonna cut it. Need to help your team here. What you doing on the Widowmaker there?
He's going for some sneaky plays, I guess. Hasn't been spotted just yet. Let's see. Potentially the pick potential could come out here. Looks like the Coalescence engage coming from Lobsters as they charge right in. Looks like they didn't really need the Widow to pop off as they managed to get the BAP nice and early. The High Noon Cassidy ult coming from GigaChads to try and turn the tide of the fight, but the momentum is all in favor of the Lobsters. They do manage to take care of the Widowmaker though, so GigaChads not done yet, especially with a bomb to try and take some space and take the Diva as well. So GigaChads still hanging on just about, the fight not lost yet. Remaining members of both of these teams battling it out as best they can.
Yeah, and much as well on the cart there. Man's like Monkman, you know, true tanks in his face, not backing down. That man's got bare stone blood. Here comes the rest of the team coming back. Silence, although they won the sniper duel, gets put down there, gets silenced by the monkey. And we'll see only Monkman here really with his ult raised to save his team from the 4 ults on the side of GigaChads. We'll see how they choose to use them, but I hope they're aggressive.
Yeah, well, the aggression comes out for GigaChads early. Here comes the Monkman ult, immediately stunned out of it. Absolutely devastating. The shatter also comes down for GigaChads with the beat as well to keep him alive, and that is what they need to transform the Fire Strike. Getting a double kill, going to initiate the fight, and GigaChads just clean house. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, man's like Rice. He's got the shatter both times, 2, 3 man, and I just want to point out here, Monkman, despite being apparently the Reaper one trick, has not got a single kill yet with the Death Blossom. So oof. I don't know what man's doing. He's in the wrong ends. He's choosing the wrong times. Something. Gimplay getting that pick though. Another one.
Oh, the double from the Widowmaker. The pick is finally paying off for Lobsters, as Lobsters going to capitalize on that. Immediately dive in and give GigaChads a taste of their own medicine, pushing them all the way back to spawn doors.
Gwynblade there, just really coming up, taking out both the DPS from GigaChads, and that was just the end of the fight. You can't play without no DPS, man. They gotta keep themselves alive here. There comes the Coalescence to push them back. A terrible window there, unfortunately, from Lobzaro.
Ooh, yeah, very unfortunate. But the triple kill comes out for the side of Lobsters. A nice boot to finish it off, and yeah, I mean Lobsters look very dominant here, especially with the ult bank that they have.
Yeah, they're looking very good right now. They got they got Monkman about to get his maybe he'll get his first kill from a Death Blossom here, but we will see both DPS ults coming up online here for men's like Silence, men's like Bucky. Tsu, who's got pretty good value off their Diva bombs as well, and it looks like they'll open up here with that High Noon.
Ooh, the High Noon gonna open it up, but Tiny Smart Rat gonna pop that Primal to keep alive and keep juggling the members of GigaChads around that corner, buying a lot of time. But Bucky is gonna get the pick onto Ivy, a huge initiating pick. Tiny Smart Rat really close to death, but does manage to survive, and it looks like Lobsters once again take the cake.
Oh, man, take back everything I said about that Widowmaker.
Woo!
Says, nah, you come to my ends, I got the high ground now, you're dead. Pulls out the Shiv, pulls out the Zoot, he's got them in his sights. There, Mr. Popo gets that mech back, and yeah, Monkman, once again, as I'm saying, looking for that first kill with the Death Blossom. Let's hope the man can finally get the people to actually stand still.
It's coming, I believe. As well as what's coming is all the ultimates from GigaChads. They have the Shatter, they have so much. The Eat coming out from I'm Popo. Getting rid of that Blizzard, huge, and there comes the first pick from Monkman, the double kill as well. That is what we were waiting for, and Lobsters once again hold on to it. They have done such a good job on this defense.
They have this 3rd-point defense for Lobsters looking so dominant, man. This, like I said, this is Gwynblade's end, man. This is where he's from. This is where he's grew up. He knows the streets.
These are the streets.
Yeah, Monkman there, finally blood after all this time. He's got the value. He's got the 2 kills there.
Some huge value. But speaking of value, Silence getting an initial pick there. GigaChads going to invest the Shatter to no avail. The beat. Both support ultimates coming as a response from Lobsters. The beat response from GigaChads as well. So everyone's nice and sustained, but not sustained enough to save Tiny Smart Rat from his demise. Looks like Rice is going in nice and aggressive here for GigaChads, getting a lot of damage and a lot of space down for them, and it looks like that is going to be the difference between a lost and won fight, as GigaChads roll in, force them off the map, and finally take back the cards.
Takes back the cart. Looks like they're going to rule it in here. I don't know if Rice can get Mercy another shot through here, but there's an interesting bomb on the side. They really don't like this Widowmaker, man. Tiny Smart Rat coming through there, and it looks like he will bully Rice into the corner there.
Ooh, yeah, lots of juggling going on. Tiny Smart Rat doing his work, getting a nice double kill, getting rid of Lucio Ryan. Not too shabby for Lobsters as they continue to try and take back the space, but Bucky is there to respond with a double kill to get the pick slowly but surely, to finally get taken out by Gwynblade, who's switched from the Widowmaker to the Tracer now. The Dragon comes through as well, denying a lot of space, managing for them to push the cart just a little closer to the end, but Lobsters aren't going to give up without a fight.
Man's like Rice has got the shatter just to clean things up, getting rid of that Winston bubble, and there it comes. Both members, the poop off the map. Kebab, that was rude, man. You cannot do that to Mr. Popo.
Rude man kebab. Amazing. Wow, I gotta say, I'm very impressed with you keeping up the roadman accent throughout all of that. Yeah, still pretty effective. You're a natural. You're a natural. You were born on these streets.
Belong in the streets, man.
You belong in the streets. I feel like you get it back every time you say "in it" and "blad."
Yeah, those are the trigger words, man.
Yeah, the trigger words.
You gotta have some words that you know they bring you back to your accent. You'll see every now and then you slip towards maybe an Irish accent, maybe
I have an Irish accent. Oh. I don't want to offend people by trying an accent.
As soon as I say "blat," I'm back in the zone.
Oh yes, and the zone is where you want to be.
The zone is where GigaChads are right now at the end of that round. The zone was where Leicester Lobsters were for so long on that third point though. Greenblight on that high ground, getting I think maybe 2 picks, maybe 3 picks per fight. What can you do against a man who can hit shots like that?
I don't know. I mean that Widow. I mean, for the longest time we were waiting on those picks. They had some sneaky plays up their sleeve, especially with the hiding behind them in the streets phase. But it's really at that final point, it was when they started popping off with that quad, I think it was, or triple, to seal the deal. And since then, I've started respecting them a lot more. We do see the May fail to try and climb up onto the statue. I always love it when Mays do this.
Yeah, you gotta have a bit of fun between rounds, man. In scrims, there's so much time between them. You gotta have a bit of fun to see what you can get done. And we will see the same composition coming out here from Leicester Lobsters. It looks like Tiny Smartrat and Monkman, those are like, they stay on their picks. And everyone else rotates around them. That's a big man move,
That is, yeah, I mean, I could not describe it any better. Big man moves, big man plays coming in as the May wall sections off Lobster, but they can just skirt around it. Nice mobile comps coming out here. Let's see if the Brawl does win out. It does look like they are getting the momentum to get rid of the Diva, so they do have one pick up, but Glimbad on the Widowmaker is just chewing through them. A nice double kill for Lobsters, and suddenly GigaChads lose all semblance of the hold that they had on this point, and Lobsters know this. They're just going to keep rolling through. All eyes on Rice for keeping that shield up, but it's low, it's almost down, and finally Rice is short to follow, and yeah, Lobsters just clean house.
So man's like Rice can hold up the shield if they want, man. Tiny Smartrat is Tesla cannon, it goes straight to the shield. It's just not thing there. And I'm sorry, as of right now, it's no longer Green Blade, it's now Green Blat. Blat, opening up the picks every single fight. This man is on a tear. Got his ultimate already. Only Bucky's got that on the side of GigaChads, and that's because they put so much damage into Mr. Popo and Noah Frozen there. Silence getting that revenge though.
Oh, the silence on the man of the match. Getting rid of that. Widowmaker is going to allow them to get the archway hold. Looks like Widowmaker going to pop the infra sights to see them through walls, to see where they're positioning. And it's surprisingly, they're not positioning too far up. They're biding their time around this corner. Here comes the dive really early on. The Coalescence to support Lobsters as well with the Primal. The Shatter comes down, doesn't quite manage to connect with too many people. Rice and Diva really caught out there, but it pays off. They get rid of Tiny Smart Rat. They get rid of Mr. Popo. Gwynblatz, though, always in the chat for the right reasons. Does manage to sneak a little pick in there near the end.
Yeah, managing to sneak in Rice there, which means, GigaChads, they can't really get this full hold by the archway. And they really want to, this is their ends. This is where they want to be. This is where they want to take the fights. When they have this archway control, this dive composition from Lobsters should find it so difficult to actually engage on them. But I mean, we'll see how that works out for them. I think Rice is about to be back here. That they come tactied back by Kebab. Rude Man Kebab almost there with the beat, same as Riz. Should be a very interesting fight.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say Roadman Kebab, but yeah, we'll see how Roadman Kebab comes in with the beat.
Roadman Kebab, have you?
Comes in clutch. Well, Kebab does come in clutch, getting rid of Glimbad, who's switched onto the legs. A nice early pick for GigaChads there, as they finally have what it takes to come through the Reaper Rock completely eaten by two, and the beat of GigaChads' own to keep them sustained. And suddenly Lobsters are crawling back for space, but they retaliate with a beat of their own, and suddenly the tides might potentially turn as they have the health pool advantage. But GigaChads doing a nice strong hold onto Archway. As we all know, a terrible choke to try and push past if you are the attackers. But it looks like they get a lot of space down on the bomb just around the corner to set section them off. A beautiful shield last minute from Rice, though, stops them there. Raze does manage to sneak a kill onto Silence, the window and Castle to push back Lobster's attack. And yeah, kind of thwarts their momentum.
Yeah, I was gonna say there, Manzak Raze is dropping the beat, a bit of bait there, thing, not the best choice, but it brings the Lobsters straight back into the fight there. A nice shatter there, doesn't catch Ivy. I don't know how that worked, but anyway, Rice gonna be fair mad about that one. Getting taken out by the Moira, tried to shatter. Grimblight back there on the legs, getting taken care of Bucky, and it looks like that's the fight.
Yeah, that is the fight. One slightly unfortunate shatter is enough to shatter the dreams of GigaChads holding that point. Although they can still come back, it's not capped yet. 2 minutes 40 is plenty of time for them to regroup. Although that car is approaching the point. Looks like they do have time to contest. They do have the numbers there. Going to initiate with a bomb to try and start things off. A bubble there doesn't save Rise, unfortunately, though. The Lucio goes down. The Dragon from GigaChads sectioning the team in half. And it looks like GigaChads have the picks to make this potential into a play. And they get rid of half the team of Lobsters, send them back to spawn, and they manage to hold this point.
Listen, Rise, you cannot be caught in getting caught with bombs like that. That one was thrown from downtown. It was thrown from Narnia, man. You cannot be getting caught by those, but unlucky pick there, and unfortunately that does spell the end of the fight there for Lobsters. I'm starting to see Rise actually provides a lot of sustain for this team. Obviously as Lucio, that amp heal does quite a lot, despite what you might think. And you can see it by the L charge. Used the beat like not too long ago, already up to 72% there. We'll see, yet again another Blossom from Monkman not getting any value there. It's getting really unlucky here, and we'll see a very interesting rotation here from the Lobsters. And only rarely Lord Zelron's the two support ultimates from GigaChads here to respond. But these monkey players, they're wanting to take the high ground.
Ooh, yeah, definitely wanting to take the high ground and definitely wanting to take Silence to the grave. Bucky's sure to follow. Mr. Popo popping off on that Diva, getting those DPS out of the match. GigaChads have a lot less damage to work with now, especially with Kebab dropped as well. Infrasights used by Glimblat just to make sure that all the picks are secured. The juggle as well from Tiny Smart Rat. They used a lot of ultimates, but they did get the value. They managed to cap the point and now have 2 minutes 30 to push it through to the end.
I'm interested to see that if these ends still belong to the Lobsters on attack, or if it was just on defense. They know how to hold the angle. They know how to keep them at bay. We'll see a very aggressive jump here from mans like Tiny Smart Rat, not paying off from Silence, putting man in the grave.
Oh, truly putting man 6 feet under. But I do think it's going to be Lobsters 6 feet under pretty soon, given they GigaChads have 5 ultimates on hand to throw their way, and they don't even need it to win the fight there. Managing to save up that ult bank, it's gonna be very scary if you're a Lobster fan.
I was just about to say 5 ultimates is not looking good for Lobsters. They've got a couple of their own. They'll be able to charge up this primal rage, this man going bare mad soon. But we'll see Rice looking aggressive here. Gonna go for the drop shatter.
Ooh, the shatter comes in, connects with 2, but the bomb engaged, coming in clutch, managed to get a lot of space, pushing GigaChads towards them, but maybe that's not what they want. With GigaChads ult bank, they are ready to be wined and dined, and Lobster is on the menu.
As I said, man, I told you, 3rd point, this is Gwynblatt's end. This
True.
is his home. He's back on the Widowmaker, and you can see Rice respects man so much. 2 does not. 2 does not respect man.
0 respect, but pays for it as the cavalry is here. Lobsters come in there, get that early pick, and they're going to try and capitalize as quickly as possible, but the window takes out Ivy with the help of Bucky's shots from his pistol. Getting rid of them there. The Dragon comes in, sectioning out Lobsters behind. I mean, GigaChads have a lot of ultimates to work with, but they've kind of used almost everything they have. With 50 seconds on the clock, the ult balance is swinging towards Lobster's favor.
Yeah, and it looks like Gwynblatt's not getting the same value on this attack so far as was in the defense. I'm gonna say I say so far because remember last time I was root to Mans, and on second point, 3rd point, he just came alive. 1, 2 picks every time, and as I said here, Man's like Rice, even with that shield, scared of Gwynblatt. Yeah.
Truly, and yeah, you give them an inch, they'll take a mile, so you definitely don't want to give them too much to work with. The High Noon going to come out for GigaChads here, but the beat is there to deny any source of damage coming through, as well as the Coalescence keeping them alive. Here comes Monkman with a double kill, Reaper a triple kill with the help of the Coalescence, and finally GigaChads are cruising into the Crustacean Station as Lobsters almost cap it all the way.
I don't ever want to hear you say Crustacean Station. don't be doing things like that. A big bomb there. Gwynblood taking out the baby diva, and it looks like almost off the map there for Rice. And this is very much a scrappy fight going to be happening here, man.
Oh, very scrappy indeed. Kills left, right, and center. Bucky switching on to the Genji, trying to dice up the lobsters. I mean, does it work out? It seems to be just about getting enough value. The beat coming out from GigaChads, enough to keep him alive potentially, really disrupting Lobster's flow. And this could be it for the end of the match. The bomb invested by Lobsters does manage to get out Rice, a key member of the GigaChads, really trying to hold on to this point for as long as possible. Like you said, a very scrappy fight, but I think GigaChads just about have the advantage.
Yeah, just Mr. Popo here trying to best to hide there from silence. You cannot hide from the Doomfist, man. Listen, if there's one character that's gonna take you out from the back of nowhere, it's Doomfist. And there, it looked like really good fight there from Lobsters. As I said, that third point there looking like their ends, but GigaChads just taking so much control there. This is a rude man kebab pushing them off the map, yeah.
Oh wait, is that the play of the game? There we go. Let's see it. A huge boop onto the sleeping diva. Absolutely phenomenal. Gotta love those boops. I live for those plays, honestly. I forgot what you were wearing. Oh. Well, thank you for that. That was truly inspirational. I'm gonna have these roadman like phrases in the back of my mind now. They're gonna like sneak into my caster without me realizing it.
I'm gonna let me get rid of roadman.
Oh no.
Give me my break. No, it was a King's Row special.
A King's Row special.
To take up a hoodie if anyone was interested.
Well, we'll change your name to Roadman Frost. How about that? Although you're not Roadman anymore, because that is King's Row done, played. Unless they play it again.
King's Row, yeah, done.
Done. Finished.
Roadman Frost.
Roadman Frost.
I like it's a lowercase r as well.
Yeah, I feel like that's more in tune, you know.
Yeah. Gotta be lowercase f then as well, surely, Spike.
Oh right, yeah, of course. I'll get right.
I'm having trouble getting out of the character.
I know. I feel like that's gonna be the problem now. You're too invested, and I bet you're gonna have those phrases sneak in. We'll get a counter going. Bet. Oh, bet. Yeah. Oh no. See, I'm doing it now. Fuck. Oh well. I mean, next map is gonna be Watch Point Gibraltar. So I don't know what accent goes along with that. Let us know in chat. But you best me know I'm not going to try it, because I'm terrible with doing accents.
Yeah, I mean, you can always try Spag. You can do your best. Yeah. I'm interested to see here, because this is a very divey map, right? So you'd think this would really benefit Tiny Smart Rat and their kind of composition. But if they're going to keep this, I mean, obviously then Monkman's on the Reaper. Those are their two standards. Yeah, I'm interested to see if they keep this Moira though, because this is one of the maps we saw them running Ana a lot at the start, and this map really benefits Ana. So it'd be very interesting to see if they do keep this Moira. It's going to mean that Tiny Smart is going to have to jump back for healing, whereas with the Ana obviously they can stay in the fight for a lot longer, and also that Nano boost, Nano Monkey it's just such a good combo. Yes,
I mean, that Nano Monkey is a force to be reckoned with, and kind of the core of compositions like Double Bubble, which I know they're not playing, but it's that kind of vibe where you have the Ana in the back, charging up the Nano as fast as possible, with the Winston absorbing as much damage as possible. But unfortunately, they're going to opt with a Moira instead, I guess, to try and support them close range a bit more. Works a bit better with Monkman also being close range. And then in the back, obviously, you have the boosted Ashe with the Mercy combo. So, I mean, a pretty interesting strategy coming out from Lobster. And, yeah, going to be holding right up in the face of GigaChads. So, yeah, we'll see how this one turns out.
Yeah, they're going to be playing with almost two kind of cores there, as you were saying. That damage boosted Ashe in the backline and the rest of the team kind of, together. But, yeah, let's see how it does pay off for them. We'll see Monkman taking a little bit of damage at the start, but, the rest of the team from 2 are so unhealthy right now.
Yes. For sure. They're trying to coordinate a dive up to the top here, but... Ooh, Bucky going to bust out the Widow. Let's see if they manage to get some early picks on there. Definitely bullying the Ashe a little bit, but does get dove and taken down by the Smart Rat, or Tiny Smart Rat. So yeah, I mean, Lobster's doing this composition to perfection, really getting up close and personal. Tiny Smart Rat does fall, though, so the spawn advantage for GigaChads could come into play here.
Yeah, Tiny Smart getting a little too aggressive there, and yeah, paying for it actually. This Genji Widow composition is not a common one, but maybe it's gonna work out for GigaChads here. As we'll see a nice dive through there from Rice, looking to get that primal online.
Yeah, Rice does have that primal, as well as the nano as well, in case he needs it. So that's pretty deadly combo. They need to try and get rid of this high ground presence that Lobsters are doing a great job at holding on to. Rice does drop pretty low, and beautiful aggression there by Lobsters, trying to deny it, get right up into the face. The primal pops as well to try and juggle him about. Does manage to get Lord Zelron out of the match. No Ana for GigaChads. They do manage to also get the Genji as well, so Lobsters just getting pick after pick, playing right up into the face of GigaChads.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't invest either the Nano or the Primal there. I mean, I assume the Nano, you know, they're saving up for a Nano Blade. But they got it, sorry, they probably could have used it and built up another one, but now, but you know, that's okay. That's choices. But yeah, well, I'd like to see Rice go quite aggressive with this this Primal here, but we see a lot of ults to respond on the side of Lobsters. Literally 5 ults, everything but what Tiny Smart just used. So we'll probably see a bomb going through here to contest if they need it, but there's the Nano I was talking about.
Oh, there is the Nano straight onto the Winston on the side of GigaChads. Looks like the rally going to be used as well. GigaChads not stopping a beat to try and get as many picks as possible, and it is paying off. They do manage to hold on to the Genji Blade, not used yet. So potential card up their sleeve for the upcoming point. And you're going to need it because the cart is really far back. GigaChads have the space, but they don't have the presence.
Yeah, that whole fight, the cart was not moving, which means it's basically a free fight, like for Lobsters. And GigaChads used a lot of ults. All that that Lobsters used was that Coalescence, so they're actually smiling after that. GigaChads a little bit of a misplay there, but oh, okay.
Ooh, the Monkman bomb combo coming in there, scoring a double kill, and there it is, the Ash Bob straight onto cart. And yeah, just through sheer volume of ultimates alone, I think Lobsters were bound to win that one in the end. But now, a bit more even, and Silence is still holding on to this blade.
Silence is still holding on to this blade. I imagine the next Nano is going on to Silence. You know, hoping to get quite a bit of value there. I think that Bob might have been a bit of a okay, goodbye Silence.
Ooh.
I was like, that Bob there might have been a bit of a misplay. Yeah, that being actually quite a decent tool to deny Genji, because your Bob doesn't miss and kind of forces out that deflect. We'll see Gwynblade taking out Rice, so maybe they'll build up another Bob by the time they actually use Nano.
Yeah, I think GigaChad's trying so desperately hard to absorb as much damage as they can to charge up that Nano to get that Nano Blade online, but they're costing with it. They're costing their lives with it. Gwynblade getting rid of Bucky as well. 30 seconds remaining and ticking down. Looks like the bomb is going to be invested. There's no time like the presence for that blade to come out any second now. Silence holding onto it for dear life. Nano also has potential there.
Here it comes.
Oh, there it is. And the Nano going to be invested onto the Genji. Going to dice him up. Does manage to get 1. Can he get 2? Not quite, as the res comes through to the only pick that he got. And that is going to be a brutal setback for GigaChads.
And they also don't manage to touch the cart there. So, should we call it a C9? I kind of think so, to be honest. Yeah, it's maybe a half one. This is a B9.
A B9?
Yeah, Heard it here first. A little bit less than a C9, yeah.
I like it.
But, yeah, I think a bit of misplay there from GigaChads, relying a little bit too much on that blade. And quite interestingly, the first Nano they had went onto the Winston when Silence had the blade. So I'm not sure if it was like miscommunicated there, or if like, you know, maybe the previous fight they called for that Nano Monkey and didn't get it. So like, okay, this is what we're doing this fight. But yeah, not looking like they didn't really have the rotation kind of planned out there, which you know, it's okay. Things happen. A good defense there from Lobsters. But I do feel that GigaChads definitely had, you know, the plays and the potential and everything to get through to at least second point there.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, if there's any map out there that you will full hold first, it's got to be Gibraltar. It's just one of those maps that, you know, if you have the strats down, if you have the composition and the know-how, you can definitely full hold it, especially with that high ground presence. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely viable for GigaChads to full hold this as well, to respond to what Lobsters have done to them, and yeah, kind of Uno reverse card them and do what they did to them. I think this defense that they're going for here, pretty similar to what they had beforehand, but instead they have that Brigitte Ana Obviously, the brig to try and deny the dives, which will definitely be coming out from Tiny Smart Rat. We've seen him do it before. So that brig, Kebab, is going to be crucial for keeping Lord Zelron alive on the side of GigaChads.
Yeah, for sure. And we will see an actual switch here from Monkman onto the Hanzo. So let's see if that's a little bit of a troll pick or if they're actually going to keep it. But I mean, it looks like they are. And yeah, we'll see a Hanzo coming through, maybe realizing that it's quite hard to get the Reaper in position without that TP. And by that time, they'll probably just burst you down.
Yeah, very true indeed. But we'll see how it works. Monkman on that Hanzo, going to rain down some arrows from far away. Quite a lot of far off damage coming from Lobsters. So yeah, we'll see how it plays out, see if it can beat the impenetrable defense of GigaChads as the dive is coordinated, immediately taking out Kebab. A huge blow. Pretty much the only hero who can defend the Ana, Barsu, coming in to try and keep him alive. So yeah, pretty crucial early pick for Lobsters there. Going to try and contest this high ground, this all-important position to have under your control, and they're doing a good job of it.
They really are doing such a good job. And there goes, yeah, the two long-range players there within Lord Zelron and Bucky. And it looks like Tiny Smart Rat here, the dive is just a lot cleaner from Leicester Lobsters, as one would expect from a team that pretty much only dives. You see that rival range already online for them. And I mean, obviously this is a scrim, so we'll continue it, but obviously they've already taken the map here. This is already won, and it's been 30 seconds.
Yeah, that is pretty impressive. But I mean, for a team that specializes in dive, it seems, I'm not too surprised. I mean, impressive, don't get me wrong, but Tiny Smart Rat has been so brutal on this Winston, and they're going to try and contest it for as much as they can. GigaChads not willing to give them this first point just that easily, and it's kind of paying off. GigaChads doing what they do best, and that's last-minute contests, holding on to it for as long as possible, and somehow out of nowhere, getting the picks to finish the fight.
Yeah, as you said there, I was fully expecting them to give up first there, but they come in, they lose one player. I can't remember exactly who it was. Bucky gets the recontest there, immediately bursts it down. You're 150 health, not really going to last too long. And here they get their positioning back. You know, they're going to hold the server room, kind of control there, the supports, and keep the high ground there with the wisdom. Yeah, out of position a little bit here, not really too much that can be.
Ooh, yeah, a bit of an overzealous dive there. Bit overconfident, does pay for it with his life, but Silence is going to come in with a massive blade. It's going to get one, he's going to beautiful deflect, but doesn't quite get another. The Coalescence there keeping, or getting rid of Silence. The res also comes through to Monkman, so Lobsters are in a really good, solid position here. They also have the high ground under their control, so they can drop down. The Bob going to be used, set onto point. Even more pressure for GigaChads. A beautiful boot there by Sue, denying Bob to push that car all the way to the end. But Lobsters just have the numbers advantage as they push it through to the end. Bob sealing a double kill, and Gwynblatt showing us how good their Ashe is.
Yeah, Gwynblatt's hit scan has been absolutely filthy this match. Yeah, Widowmaker, and there's the Ashe. You see headshots all around. Yeah, just putting an insane amount of work there. Talking about insane amounts of work here, we do have a pause coming through here, which is you know, hopefully gets actually respected. But guys, any pauses in chat?
It's like a manual pause where it's not an actual pause, but players are just pausing pausing their play.
Yeah, they're just pausing their play.
I like it. It's a bit more a dynamic pause.
A little bit of a unlucky not knowing how to do it, but it's okay. So let's talk about the match here. We've got 4 ults on the side of Leicester Lobsters. There you go. We've got it. We've got it.
We got it. We got it.
A bit of a pause and play there. We see 4 ults coming through there. So next fight looking quite dangerous for GigaChads. Yeah, this is really looking like Leicester Lobsters' map. This is their title. This is their ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's because of technical or internet issues, but it doesn't look like GigaChads have a firm grasp of Gibraltar. Maybe not. Maybe it's just the way that Lobsters play. That it's like that doesn't really like fit with how they're like used to defending it. Or maybe it's just that this is not a map that they're like super comfortable with. Right? When either one, it happens. It's okay. What we're looking at here is I'm actually looking at Tiny Smart Rat's health a lot of the times during the dive. I just don't think that they're actually focusing him. I think that he's diving in, and it looks like Monkman in chat here saying long time for pause. Yeah, watching the stream. We will see the game has resumed without our knowledge, but it's okay.
So good.
We'll see. Yeah, that health at times by just not going down, and I'm not sure if that's just good job from Mr. Popo denying the damage, or if they're just choosing to shoot the Diva rather than the monkey. But Mr. Smart, Tiny Smart is getting so lucky about it.
Ooh, yeah, might be a little bit of both. We do see Tiny Smart Rat have the primal forced out, so maybe GigaChad's kind of learning the error of their ways, getting that target focus down a bit more. Both the primals kind of battling it out in this room. Not a room you want to be caught out in. But
they're gonna get the cap though.
They do still get the cap, and yeah, it looks like they get the picks as well. Numbers swaying into the side of Lobsters. Tiny Smart Rat, just such a dominant Winston. I think with a triple or a quad near the end there, just unrelentless Winston power.
Yeah, unrelentless, and I think Lord Zoro might need to reset quite quickly. I don't know what the hope is here. Did we take someone with them? No, Gwynblad's got two. Their aim's too good. Two as well. Kind of just staggering themselves, yeah. It's a little bit of a misplay there, I think, from GigaChads. And the Lobsters here still have 4 of those ults, but no Tiny Smart Rat.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ultimates to play with for Lobsters. Now 5 on the door as the Coalescence gets locked in. GigaChads are going to be faltering a little bit. I'm not sure the support ultimates are going to be a match for all of that potential damage coming through. But if Lobsters play their cards right, they could definitely get some good picks here. Looks like the early bomb from Sue coming out nice and quick. Monkman does trade, but Bucky falls as well. So, yeah, numbers are pretty even. No ultimates come yet from Lobsters, but here comes the Bob coming into the backline, the Dragon as well, and the Blade, so a lot of damage going to be put down. It's going to be the Dragon and Blade getting 1, the Blade getting 2. That is going to be pretty huge. The triple kill, but a lot of ultimates used for GigaChads there, and yeah, the ultimates still in favor of Lobsters, and Lobsters not too set back by that attack.
I like that Monkman just used their ult from spawn there, just like onto the cart. It's a big man energy there.
Oh yeah.
Tiny Smart Rat primaling out the Brigitte there and Diana, so no healing here, and I think GigaChads might have needed to back up there. We will see Rice trading through with Tiny Smart Rat though, and this Mercy.
Ooh, yeah, Rice! Hello, welcome to the stage with a triple kill at the end there. Does pay for it with his life, but not too shabby. As the cart has finally been stopped in its tracks, GigaChad's trying to get a foot in the door, and oh my god, have they worn down the ultimate bank of Lobsters.
They really have. Like, only 2 ults left. They Rise deciding to keep their Mercy ult there. And we will see, you know, Bucky's got that Dragon Strike to split up the attack. I mean, they're already very split. It's a dive composition. So interested to see what they choose to do here. Bucky just chooses to kill Monkman, which I respect. You know, it's a good choice.
Good choice. I love it.
Raised up there. There goes the Dragons.
There goes the Dragon indeed. Splitting the team in half. The res comes through from Monkman, but is immediately taken out by the Dragon. Not having a good day there on that Hanzo. Hopefully can come back in good spirits, but good space taken up by GigaChads. Really nice aggression here, and that's when they're in their prime, when they're keeping up the aggression, keeping up the space. The team's trying to play around this box. Looks like an engage is going to happen with the bomb sent in immediately. Does manage to get rid of Bucky, but Sue also demeched and taken care of. So now Lobsters are in a really good position. Lots of numbers advantage to play with. Looks like the Primal Nano are going to come out for GigaChads and the Rally as well. So a lot of ultimates being spent by GigaChads here. They're going to need to get a bit more picks than that though, as Tiny Smart Rat has that Primal to juggle them away. 60 seconds on the clock. Can they do it?
Tiny Smart Rat juggled Lord Zelrod up onto the high ground and then killed him. That is BM right there. Ivy manages to get 2 picks here with this Coalescence though, and that's looking like it should be the end there, as we'll see Bucky getting killed out there by Tiny Smart Rat, Monkman taking out 2. And it's only going to really be silenced here with this Pulse Bomb, where they managed to pick up, generate quite quickly, I might say. An anti on Tiny Smart Rat does look quite dangerous there for them though.
Ooh, yeah, a bit dangerous, but the managing to stay on top of it. The Monkman coming back hard and fast, reclaiming his title as a Hanzo player, getting a triple kill near the end there, and that is going to be the map to Lobsters. I mean, yeah, I was quite glad that Lobsters get a score on the door, not going to lie, because so far GigaChads have had the glory of the scoreboard. So it's good to see them, you know, strike back a little bit.
It is good to see them strike back. You know, it's always nice to see, you know, a balanced scrim. I mean, this is not to say it hasn't been balanced, but obviously you see a 3-0 on the scoreboard, and you go, okay, cool, well, GigaChads are dominating, right? So it's nice to see it as a 2-1 now, right? Because then now it shows how close it actually is. it's actually a very good contest, and you'll see when we've got Leicester Lobsters on a dive-centric map, they are just, they're a dive team. They've got Tiny Smartfat on that Winston. That's like, they're like me monkey. In the immortal words, as Crumble said last time, in the immortal words of Lord Uge, monkey.
Monkey.
As I'm sure is truly inspirational. This is exactly what we want to see. It's some dive. We will see them teasing a bit here with Hanamura, so that's gonna be an interesting one because you can play both brawl, or it's not both. You can play all styles of comps on Hanamura. The dive can actually be quite effective. So very interesting to see how they play this. We will obviously start with Leicester Lobsters on the defense. So I would argue that the dive comp is probably better on defense.
Yeah.
For me, right? Because you can dive onto the TP if they're there, or you can dive onto the back line as the front line moves forward. I think it's should be quite a good way to to play this comp. It's be interesting to see how GigaChads play into that.
Yeah, I mean they do say often offense is the best defense, and if a team were to play dive, it would be Lobsters. I mean, let's face it, they have been on the dive very well. To be fair, they've been playing it very well. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they opt in for a dive here, especially on offense or defense. I think Hanamura is just one of those maps you can really go wild. I mean, I've seen double shield, I've seen some wacky sim TPs, some brawl, some dive, some chaos. It has a bit of everything, and it's quite nice that we're seeing it because it's not long before 2CP will be out of our lives forever. Come Overwatch 2, So it's like a nice send-off. Not that I think I'm going to miss it.
A nice send-off for something, a bit of like a yeet.
It's more of a yeet.
Yeah, that's 2CP there. For everyone that's actually, I'm not sure if you like 2CP. I see there's actually a 2CP tournament happening right now at I can't think of where it is. Doesn't matter. I respect that. You get all out of your system in case you have any good memories of 2CP. Play that tournament, you'll hate it. So hey, that's good. Shout out there at Elo Hell. Shout out there to Elo Hell for making sure that we all actually do hate 2CP. So good work there, guys.
Thanks.
Let's. Surprised that they're actually still scrimming. I know a lot of teams are deciding not to scrim 2CP anymore.
But speaking of tournaments that are coming up, we obviously have the farewell tournament coming up 1st and 2nd of October. If you are a Overwatch team and you want to compete in one of the biggest tournaments A51 has ever organized, join our Discord, !Discord in chat to see that, and sign up. We have a plethora of teams, a plethora of divisions. So get yourself on there, get yourself gaming while we still can in Overwatch 1, and hopefully maybe take the title of the farewell tournament, the last hurrah. So yeah, that's the farewell plug.
Yeah, there you go. I happened to line that up perfectly there for you, as planned.
Oh yeah, obviously, as planned, always.
What else would I be doing talking about another tournament aside from trying to plug our own tournament?
Big brain. I like your style.
Don't worry. My fresh garms, fresh thinking.
The fresh garms bring fresh thoughts.
These are factual statements.
I love it.
Looks like we are actually going to be going into Hanamura here as both teams just ready up and chat a bit of smack in the lobby.
Oh, I like it.
It seems to be some good banter between the two, so that's good. As we were saying before this, it's gonna be really cool to see how Leicester Lobsters do work this Hanamura defense first and then the offense. The offense is actually I'm more interested to see. Even though I think it'll be easier to defend with dive. Yeah, because you can have that high ground control. You can jump back and forth quite nicely. On second point, same on first. You've got all those angles you can come in through for those dives. But on the attack, it's going to be a lot more interesting considering that GigaChads, if they want to, they can just sit on point and they just have the stronger composition, like outright. And
they are really good brawl players. We've seen their brawl, get the better of Lobsters occasionally. And if there's ever a map to sit on point, I feel like that first point and second point Hanamura is going to be a good place to sit. I mean, it's no matter how mobile your dive composition is. It doesn't matter what angles you're going to take. Eventually, you're going to have to sit on point, and eventually, you're going to have to get face-to-face with Brawl. And composition-wise, Brawl wins 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, so it will actually, if that is what it comes down to, it is just going to be on GigaChads to maintain that discipline, and not look to chase down, the arbitrary kill on the side with the Reaper over there, the D.Va up on your top shelf, the Moira in your bathroom. You don't want to be looking around for them. You want to be I almost straight faced that. You want to be looking at punishing everything as a group.
Yes.
Where your Rhine goes, you go.
Yeah.
Where if something's on your map, you all turn it on. It's not something you can do on a 1-for-1 kind of thing.
Yeah.
Although everyone loves a good ego duel. Everyone does love a good ego duel. I'm not innocent of it. I know you're not innocent of it. Not that I've ever played with you, but I just know.
You just know.
Everyone loves a good ego duel.
Oh yeah, I love it. I'm terrible at them. Don't get me wrong, but I love it. But no, that's so true. I feel like if GigaChads can get that cohesive type rule where they don't get picked off early, easier said than done, I know, and stay onto point, they definitely have potential to get the better of Hanamura. But yeah, I am quite sad that it kind of leans into dive a fair bit as well. I feel like a lot of dive compositions do very well on Hanamura though. And I feel like that leans into Lobster's favour. So I really don't know where this is going to sway. And these teams have been so close this far. You can't really make a prediction. Speaking of predictions, actually, what was the predicted team? 98% went for GigaChads. 14.4k.
Definitely not, biased considering they're,
No.
server. No. That wouldn't be it. It couldn't be that. No.
Could not be that. No way.
Could never be. Ever Arena 51 backing their own teams? No, that doesn't sound like us at all.
To be fair, I have had a couple of casts where the A51 team I was casting, they all bet most of their points on the other team. And I was like, I'm so concerned you guys are just going to throw this scrim just to get the points. Oh, bless him.
Yeah. It looks like we are just waiting here for one player who I think went to go grab a glass of water or whatever. But in the meantime, it's good for us to just to chill and chat a bit there.
Water plug. Stay hydrated, everyone out there. Drink water.
Stay hydrated.
Hey, stay hydrated. But does look like they are back from their hydration break, and we are back into some Overwatch.
As I was saying, they're getting some water. They managed to finish up down their glass of water, and now they're back into the game, fully hydrated and fully ready to dive on the Reinhardt.
Oh, just as you predicted. Look at this, locking in. Yeah, I mean, let's see if dive really is the best defense, or if Bucky can get a nice sneaky TP. And get the better of them. I feel like for GigaChads here, they gotta be really fast and really tight with these rotations. Easier said than done, but yeah, I mean, that's the name of the game. Getting to that point as quick, as fast as possible.
I'm looking here at Lobster's composition, and it looks to me like when Lobsters make a switch, they're not allowed to, except for Gwynblood, they're not allowed to switch back. You see, Monkman switched from Reaper to Hanzo, not allowed to switch back. Rise was Brig for about, I think, a minute, switched to Mercy, wasn't allowed to switch back. Ivy was on that Ana, switched to Moira, stuck. This is just how it be. Oh,
look, they're having a little pep talk. Getting the strats down. I like it. And then they all spin at the same time. Oh, I love it. A coordinated dance. Phenomenal.
Yeah. Mr. Popo with the lowest DPI of the group. It feels bad. Rise, I think, hopefully has the highest there, being a Mercy player. I personally set my DPI to 3,000 when I play Mercy.
Ooh, that's high. Is that for all the flick... What is it? Flick super jumps?
No, it's just really confusing for the enemy team to see someone spinning around when I'm playing.
Oh, I see. It's all about the mental game.
Exactly. This is Spag. This is 2,000 IQ, 2,000 IQ, 3,000 DPI.
Ooh.
This is how you play.
My IQ is as high as my DPI. Oh, absolutely love it. We did see Rice tease the hog. But
so Rice teased the hog. Bucky teased a Pharah there as well.
Oh. I don't want to cast as Cursed. There's been so many times where I'd give such an eloquent description of the composition, and then they all change it last minute out the doors, goes in the drink, and it's like, what do we do?
I think of all the teams, these Leicester Lobsters, we can kind of rely to not pick around that much. We've seen them barely troll anything. I think maybe Monkman was on, like, I don't know, doesn't even matter. Rise was teasing with Brig earlier.
Ooh, a beautiful TP straight onto the point, and that is going to be the turrets down. The kill box activated. The Maywall stopping the rotations. Huge play there. The lamp does have to be used, but the Maywall buys them a lot of time, and now the Brawl is set up where they want to be, on point. The compositional advantage is there as they get the first 2 ticks. They're going to have to ingress onto the point at some point, and there it is. The dive comes in from Lobsters to try and take him away. Tiny Smart Rat does fall, as well as Ivy. Those are 2 crucial picks that you do not want to fall early, and here comes the Brawl composition supremacy coming out. Tiny Smart Rat does manage to pick out a double kill in and amongst the chaos. The legs falls off the map, potentially for a quick switch, who knows, and the dive somehow wins out above all else. What do you think happened there?
I was just about to say, like, oh, they managed to get the Winston off. That's, I mean, the Raze off, should I say. I don't know how to manage that, but, you know, Tiny Smart Rat should be killed out now. Tiny Smart Rat ends up getting, like, 3 picks there on a Brawl composition, and I absolutely have no idea how that worked out. Like, man's up on, okay, that's just Hanzo things, you know.
Oh, Hanzo things, classic. Absolutely classic. Getting that early pick onto the map is going to be huge. They are going to pop the Primal as well, just for good measure, but GigaChads, I think, know that this isn't their fight they want to take without Bucky and without numbers dropped. Silence does get rid of Gwynblad, so that's a pretty solid pick, and the Shatter comes through, so GigaChads aren't ready to give up just yet, especially with the Mayfreeze catching Lobsters off guard, I have to say, and rotating nice and swiftly onto point. Gonna have to get the Dragon on there to disrupt them a little bit, and the picks come through for Lobsters. A lot of ultimates used there.
A lot of ultimates used there. I think that Mayfreeze might have been a little bit of copium there for Silence. Yeah, throwing it in there, Moira faded away, and Winston just jumped. Yeah, they all use their movement abilities to get out. And we'll see Gwynblade picking up 2 picks here. I think GigaChads need to group up in spawn at this point with both these DPS able to get the picks that they do. And yeah, there comes another Dynamite, you know, not catching anyone, but, you know, might as well throw it through there. We will see the only ultimate on the side of Lobsters right now, though, is that Mercy ult. Soon to be Ashe, maybe. But with the value that Sue's been getting from these bombs, I'm expecting at least one a kill from them.
I'm expecting big things. No pressure, Sue, but that bomb better be big. SimTP gonna come out, it seems, or at least they're prepping for it, up to the high ground. A huge boop by the Ashe, immediately disrupting and splitting the team in half, but their cohesive GigaChads come together once more to try and ingress onto this point with the Brawl. Here comes the Bob, straight into the middle of them. The window there, the bomb by Sue doesn't quite, the bomb by Sue still in the belt. Still there, Bob completely burst down. SimTP onto point as well. Here comes the Sim window to try and get a little bit of that damage soaked up from GigaChads. Here comes the 2 bomb, completely denying all of that space, and kind of leaves them scrambling a little bit. The Shats comes down as well, connects with 2 members, and this is GigaChad's fight to win. The Primal by Tiny Smart Rat does come out, and the pause at the worst possible timing in and amidst the fight.
Yeah, the pause there, I think Kebab got DC'd, but I mean, I think even without Kebab, this Rez is coming through though onto Ivy. They seem to have left Rise alive, so we'll see if that comes back to bite them.
I do quite like moments like this where we both have a pause screen and we can try and decipher what's going on with our 2 still images. Yeah, because at the moment we're looking at Tiny Smart Rat juggling Bucky in a corner, the lamp keeping them alive, and then Rice just going on a wild charge straight through it.
I like a lie, your pause screen is dramatically better than mine. See, so from my perspective, I can see there, you know, Bucky being shoved into a corner and having their lunch money taken from them. But like until you pointed out that Rice was there pinning he was behind the bell for me.
Oh, I see.
So I couldn't see that.
He is mid-charge. Oh, we're gonna see it unfold here as all the Calamity collapses. There we go, back in the action. Point still under the influence of GigaChads for now. As we have in chat, Chad Ryan, definitely a Chad Ryan. Look at him go, absolutely tearing through. Mr. Popo, Tiny Smart Rat gonna drop to the hands of Bucky as well, and GigaChads finally get that final tick.
GigaChads get that tick there.
Not quite.
The code doesn't seem to allow for Kebab to keep their ultimate, which is, I mean, a little unfortunate for them, but it's okay. We will see pretty much no ults coming into this last fight except for Monkman's Dragon, which they should use quite early, I imagine. probably like right now, question mark.
Ooh, sooner rather than later, and there it is, straight through the BAP window, managing to get rid of Silence. The Bob as well for good measure, but the symbol comes down. Can GigaChads get to the other side of that symbol as quick as possible? I think some of them can. The beautiful boop onto Bob, denying a lot of that damage coming out. The shatter onto Tiny Smart Rat, a crucial player to get out nice and early, but I don't think it's going to be enough as the picks still come forward for Lobster. That's just a 2CP moment, I think.
That is indeed just a 2CP moment right there. And I just want to give a massive shout out right now to Gwynblind. Putting out like an insane amount of damage. Has what, I think 3 times the damage of 2 times the damage of Bucky, who's obviously meant to be a big damage dealer there on this with the Symmetra. Those dynamites, I think, just putting so much work in for the player there.
Oh yeah.
We'll see Silence able to respond this time with his own dragon, so let's see if that's used effectively. They're gonna go for a cheeky TP. Bucky deciding to take the low ground rather.
Ooh, they're flirting with it. They're flirting with the idea. Looks like SimTP gonna try and find a position on top of that high ground point, but they are gonna drop. They're trying their best. They're trying their best. Does get picked off as well. No, that is unfortunate for GigaChads. They do invest the dragon, but Tiny Smart Rat going to come out with the primal and completely disrupt all the positioning of GigaChads.
That was a little ill-advised there. That was a big win condition there for them. That that Dragon Strike, shall I say? And yeah, it looks like they're going to stagger out at 2 here as well. I probably just resurfed the map there. Yeah, I should have done that a little bit earlier, but it's okay. They've done it now and all sorted. That has allowed Monkman to build up almost another dragon, as well as Gwynblind to be, unless they take them out quite early here. Oh, that's a good pick.
Good early pick, yeah. Rice going on the aggression. I mean, you can't, lose focus even for a split second. Oh, Gwynblind.
Yeah, listen,
too fast.
I think we need to have a conversation here with GigaChads about where they decide to group up, because I don't know if they they told Gwynblind all their spots, but he just seems to be they just seem to be
he just knows.
On top of it.
He just knows, but
on top of it.
There we go, the TP, but the bomb is sent immediately in the midst, and suddenly half the team is gone, and the other half is soon to follow. Almost a complete wipe before the fight even really started. So a great read.
See, this is what I was saying, that high ground control with this extremely mobile composition, every single member, maybe barring Ivy, the Moira here, has an ability to get up on that high ground. And it's going to be so crucial for GigaChads to actually clear that before they can start pushing it. But even with that, as soon as they drop off it, it's going to be so easy for Lobsters to claim it again. So GigaChads really have their work cut out for them here, and hopefully they can get good value from this beat or something.
Ooh, yeah, looks like Ultimate's going to be invested. It's going to be Suze catching Ivy initially as GigaChads try and take the high ground. Rice drops onto point, keeping that point pressure up. Bob going to be invested as well for good measure as, yeah, Bob managed to get rid of Lord Zara on a huge pick. Getting rid of a lot of the heals, a lot of the sustain, and not a moment too soon as it takes into overtime for GigaChads as they desperately try and claw back at least a tick onto this second point. But, the spawns are quick, the damage is there, and the ultimates were well used by Lobsters. But GigaChads are doing what they do best and staggering out and stalling out for as long as they possibly can. But, I mean, it is going to be a bit of a 2CP moment. The spawns are nice and fast for Lobsters, so it's only a matter of time before they seal the deal.
Rice coming in there at the end with a shadow, just as a last hurrah, basically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was really well played there. On that second point there by Lobsters, not as well played by GigaChads, I would argue, but it's okay. We forgive. Because before this round, I was saying that the second point is such a strong position for that dive comp. I talked a bit about during the game there. It's just so easy for them to claim this high ground, and it's just so hard to make them just make them stop using it. They just they just get back to it so easily.
It's such a mobile composition that once you get those dominant positions, those dominant high ground spots, the composition can just rotate there so quickly, and even if you displace them, they can jump straight back there. So I mean, yeah, it's pretty unstoppable, and it looks like Lobsters, I don't think to anyone's surprise, is going to take this same composition forward. But with Glimbad on the Widowmaker, we've seen them pop off before, so it's good to see them back on that risky, that high risk, high reward hero.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm personally very shocked that they're playing Winston.
Oh, here. Sorry, my bad. MB.
Yeah, no, listen, don't assume my presumptions, okay?
I'm sorry. I apologize, Frost. Roadman Frost. I didn't mean to.
Roadman Frost. Watch yourself, blood.
Watch yourself, blood. Oh no.
Guys, they have Lucio. Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah. I will be interested to see, considering that they haven't chosen their actual heroes yet, GigaChads. It'll be interesting to see what they do decide on. Because they're having a bit of a discussion now. Just to see what they decide to actually play here. If they're gonna play this Bull Farah, I'm very down with that.
Ooh.
But then they definitely need to be on an Ana over a Zen, just for the defense side of it. Mercy.
There's
an Arab dive.
Ooh, it's a risky one, especially with a support line like that. But you could play it. You could play it pretty well, especially if the Bull Tracer are kind of left to their own devices and can heal off packs. It does leave the kind of normally limited healing of the Mercy Lucio to shine a little bit more, especially with the kind of autonomy. Autonomy, is that the right word? Autonomy of the Bull Tracer.
So Spag.
Yeah.
This is actually okay. I'm gonna say a composition very lightly in inverted commas. You can't see them, but I'm doing them. It's known as Arab dive. This is basically 6-man int comp. Right?
Oh, okay. All right.
So we have the Farah Mercy, who's gonna be obviously doing spam damage down the whole time, and then we have the 4 other members of the team. We have the Lucio, the Tracer, the Ball, and the Diva. We're all gonna dive together.
Right.
Right. Well, that's the idea. That's what you should do. We'll see if it comes through. Obviously, we'll see if it comes through. We did see, at the end of their 6-man comp, GigaChads getting that cohesion going. So maybe they're looking to bring a bit of that in with them. Yeah, they're looking to bring through that that cohesion. That we're diving. Honor, we're diving Mercy or something like that, and then all 4 of them just full int onto there. If they get a trade, it's fine. They're all such fast heroes to get back. All four of them. Yeah.
So it's all about that target calling and that cohesion. Hopefully they can pull it off. Hopefully they can pull it off in the face of Blatt on that Widowmaker. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm looking here at Bucky, whose positioning seems a little bit out of whack, and maybe looking to punish Gwynblade? Question mark?
Ooh, looking for where that Widowmaker is gonna land. I think so. Well, looking for a cheeky pick, and yeah, has found the Widowmaker, immediately gets them picked off, but immediately gets sniped by Monkman. So a bit of a trade there. Both teams down 1 DPS. It's going to be Silence raining down damage from the skies.
Yeah. Rice, unfortunately, not able to actually wrap around there, and looks like the coordination letting them down a little bit there. Kebab was a little nervous to actually go in there with the Ball and Tracer. Well, Tracer didn't even go with them as well to take back as well. Look like they're a little bit too passively, and they are going to pay for that.
Yeah, not much aggression on the side of GigaChads, or at least misguided aggression. But they do have the stall picks, and if one thing I know about GigaChads is true, that's that they know how to stall. Silence with a nice double kill. The res has come through onto Ivy though. But the DPS lineup of GigaChads doing a really good job of contesting for as long as they can, buying a lot of time for these mobile heroes to get back from spawn. But it is, I think, a matter of time, or only a matter of time, before the picks come through from Lobsters.
Yeah, I will say, GigaChads, just the Popo chasing Silence there, and actually pays for it with the boop. Good job blocking up both the Baby Diva and the Farah towards the end there. Yeah, that there, I think that was just a little bit of a misplay. Maybe not really knowing the comp as well. Maybe this is their first time trying it, or they're just not too comfortable with it yet. As you said, they are really good at stalling, and this comp really does lean itself to stalling. So we've got the Tracer, Ball, Lucio. Like, these are all heroes that are kind of hard to kill, and yeah, they can do quite a bit.
They can do a fair bit. The High Noon going to come out with Coalescence, keeping Lobsters alive. But I mean, GigaChads have ultimates of their own. Looks like the mines are going to be used onto Point, as well as the barrage coming down, catching out Monkman. It is going to be the picks on the side of Lobsters, however, as they manage to get 2 picks. Can GigaChads touch? Just in time. It's really getting near to the nail there. As, yeah, they've almost got all 3 picks. Lobsters gonna send in that dragon as well, just for good measure, just to get some space onto point. And GigaChads, I think, are stalling out for as long as they can. They've switched onto the Doomfist, switched onto these mobile heroes that can contest for as long as possible, but it's not going to be enough as Lobsters steal that one so quickly.
Yeah, Spag, I'm not sure if you caught that barrage there of Silas, but that was personal. That was personal there onto Monkman. Stuck up behind him, was about 2 inches from him, barraged. I think had about like 3 health after that happened. So
that was personal.
Rat just jumped through and gave it a backhand to finish the job there. That was personal. And I mean, yeah, that Arab dive not really working out for GigaChads. I think Lobsters just had the better idea there of how to play their comp. It's okay. And yeah, it looks like yeah, look, let's say dive map. Dive 2CP map?
Dive 2CP map. There it is. Indeed. and it happened. Predicted. I'm sorry if I'm a little distracted, especially in that last fight. My cat, this gremlin right here, has been trying to claw at my headphones. So sorry if I get a bit distracted trying to stop him from,
that's okay,
ruining my setup. Oh, God.
I was showing you showing the cat. I'm taking care of them before that. He was also like pulling on this headphones. So I fully respect that. Don't worry.
There we go. You know the struggle.
Yeah. I know the struggle. It's a recent struggle, but I do still know the struggle.
Oh yes.
And I presume you've owned a cat for a bit longer than I've been looking after.
Oh yes, and there've been many casts where I have one hand doing the observation and another hand stopping a cat from stomping over my keyboard. So
I'm doing the rest of the observation.
I'm doing the rest of the observation.
Yeah. Maybe you should just let him go once and just see what he observes.
Maybe. Do you want to have a go?
Maybe?
Yeah, like, I don't think he wants to have a go.
Alt F4.
He's like, end stream immediately. We're done here. I want all the strokes.
Maybe that's the call. Who knows? Maybe your cat knows best. Maybe someone's gonna throw some shade in chat that's gonna get us do it Twitch tossed.
You know, I used to have one of those touch activated lamps. You know those?
Yeah.
And one of my previous cats figured out that if you touch it, it changes the light, and it was so annoying in the middle of the light. He would just keep tapping the light and it would just flash. Yeah. It was like, no, please.
Yes, so my light it also has a similar function, but like for me it's just a switch. Yeah, like a normal light. Yeah.
Ah, nice. Well. Yeah. That works as well, you know. Does that count as a touch light? I don't know.
No, it doesn't.
Technically,
it's the same thing as like my keyboard's a touch keyboard, but it's like you touch the button hard enough,
I see. All right, yes, very clever. Got me there.
Everything's touch if you did hard enough.
That's a quote right there.
That's a quote. Yeah, that's a.
Oh, we have some heat in chat.
Oh.
Bingus telling Monkman to leave. SMH indeed. Oh,
SMH.
Some shade being thrown. I know these people are other people also playing as well. So we'll see. Maybe they're gonna take this aggression out in game, in match. Maybe that's why the barrage was so personal.
maybe that's what the barrage. Maybe is Bucky Bingus? Question mark.
Question mark. Bucky, are you Bingus?
Bucky, silence. Bingus. Question mark.
Bingus, silence. Who are you, Bucky? Reveal yourself. No, we hate each other IRL. I am not Bucky. Okay. He's Bingus OW. Yeah, you know what? You own that title.
Sorry. Hi, Bingus OW. I am Roadman Frost. It's nice to meet you.
It's right there, bro. My bad. I have glasses, you know, not always great at reading things. SMH, indeed.
Imagine having dyslexia. Could not be
me. No. Although it is me. It could not be me. But yeah, it looks like Ilios is the next one. I'm excited because Ilios, in my mind, means Lucio Boops. I don't know why. I've always thought that, but that's what I'm on the lookout.
Will we actually get some Lucio from... Okay, we'll get Lucio from GigaChads. We know we'll get Lucio from GigaChads. Will we get Lucio on that map? Not so sure.
Who knows?
We'll have to see about that. I'm not sure if we're going to get Lucio from Lobsters, right? Rise seems to be, you know, pretty set on this Mercy right now. Or on the Brig, as we saw them on the first map. But, you know, as I said, promptly switched off, never to look back again.
Yeah.
I respect that. You know, you have your thing. Doesn't work out for you.
Each to their own, you know. You want to yeet that away, you yeet that away.
Yeah. Never hold on to things that are holding you down.
That's inspirational. Did someone redeem motivational speech or something? Because I'm tearing up. It's too much. Too much to handle.
Yeah, no, so, yeah, we're just waiting for the teams to be ready. It looks like, someone else is grabbing water. Stay hydrated, kids.
Oh, true.
Stay in school. Get 8 hours of sleep. Try. And the other thing that I probably shouldn't say on stream.
I have a question for you actually. Do you think, as Bingus Overwatch says, Lobster will play Winston? Should we get a poll? Let's get a poll.
Yeah, I think we should get a poll, but I think that's a bit of a hot take.
That's a hot take.
I'm not sure about that one.
We will see what the crowd says before we make our judgment.
I'm gonna go with no. I'm a doubter. Yeah, I don't think they have the stones to run it.
I think you're literally the only one who's voted for no.
It's like, yeah. You guys just don't understand.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if he doesn't play Winston?
Well, I don't have to imagine. I know. Just off screen, you can't see it. The RGB gamer crystal ball.
Oh.
Which this tells me the future. I see the future in the bright lights.
Oh.
It tells me.
That is mystical.
This is big. This is big things right now.
That is big things. Well, let's see how accurate the RGB gamer
getting a refund
predictable is.
Unless.
Oh no! Look at this complete change of scene. I think they might be listening in. I think this could be a debate. I don't want to say it, but we do see no Winston.
Like, I would like it if this wasn't a debate. Then my RGB gamer crystal ball was worth $420.69.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
So man, you got the price you pay for future visions.
Yeah, the price you pay. But I mean, it's paying off. I kind of want one now. What other things can it predict? This RGB gamer prediction ball.
You've just got to ask it the right questions, right? You just got to ask the right questions, and maybe it'll give you the answer. Maybe it's not like one of those magic 8 balls though. It's not going to give you like one of those a stock standard answer. It gives you things in patterns. You have to learn to actually
I see.
Patterns. Yes, you see. This is not like it doesn't give you words. That's not how this works.
Well, it emanates vibes. I get it. I like it.
Vibe. There you go. You get it. I'll let you use mine.
Oh please. Is it my turn with the RGB 8 ball yet? Mom said it's my turn, Frost.
Mom said it's my turn.
It's my turn.
Crystal ball.
I do also want to point out what Lobster were doing in Spawn. They had all of their team members lined up in a row while they watched Ivy on the Moira just absolutely bust it down on the stairs of their spawn room. They're not doing it anymore, unfortunately, but that was good to watch. I see you, and I appreciate it.
I'll watch the VODs.
Oh yeah, gotta watch that back.
Right. They'll be there tomorrow during my lunch break. I'll be watching VODs of Ivy breaking it down in Moira.
Yeah, that's what everyone should be doing in their lunch break. And I will confirm as well, you did lose the vote, 8 votes to 1 on will they play Winston. So I don't think you also lost the Magic 8 ball, RGB 8 ball bet as well, because Tiny Smart.
What happened was I told you how it worked, and it was like, okay, cool, changing. The future has now changed.
So it has a bit of sass, this Magic 8 ball then.
It does have a bit of sass. You've got to keep it happy. Like it's the vibes, right? You've got to if you're relying on vibes, you have to keep the vibes good.
A vibe powered 8 ball. Can you imagine if like your PC was vibe powered, and if you came in, a bad day at work, and you just wanted to game, but your PC was like, no, I don't like your vibes. Your vibes are off.
I was so far off where you were going with that.
Oh no!
Like, I would be able to play Overwatch for a sum total of 5 minutes.
I mean, that's probably for the best, right?
Yeah, no, to be fair, yeah. Well, it would be a little bit weird. It would be like my computer would be like on and off like very frequently, because it'd be like, game, okay, off.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Overwatch closed. Okay, on again.
Yeah, literally, yeah. I love it. But I also love seeing Silence get out the game, but immediately rest. So teams are still even. That's what I love. A nice fair fight coming in from both of these teams. The monkey rush composition coming out from Lobster. You know, you love to see it. You know it's coming. Silence on the Pharah. Raining down damage from above. Point now unlocked, and picks now coming through. Ivy dropping, but Bucky soon to follow. The picks coming through from Silence, the double kill. GigaChads picks are up for them at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it happened there on stream, but a massive anti came through there from Lord Zaron, and it resulted in the deaths of, well, I think of Mr. Popo and someone else, which I think was Rez. But yeah, it does look like this monkey composition just having a little bit more coordination and target focus than the ball fire comp here coming through from GigaChads. We will see Rice running through there, but 2 is demaked on the back of that. And yeah, it will just be up right now to Silence to try and see if they can manage to manufacture a pick.
Ooh.
But all pressure on them right now.
It's going to be Tiny Smart Rat doing the pick manufacturing. Getting rid of 2, nice and early, as the point is still under the control of Lobsters, but the ultimates are soon to follow. Oh, not unless Ivy gets a nice pick onto Lord Zelron. GigaChads are just bleeding characters. The res does come through onto Lord Zelron, so it's not over yet for GigaChads, especially as they now have the barrage up and running. With the Mercy damage boost, this could be pretty brutal. The Nano as well to assist it, but the Coalescence immediately used to try and beam him down. Immediately shut down, though, by the Barrage. Tiny Smart Rat going to be using the Primal to juggle people off the map. Does manage to get the Ball. A beautiful juggle there. Ball probably hanging on to dear life on the edge of the map, though. And yeah, GigaChads getting the momentum forward. A beautiful bubble by Tiny Smart Rat to deny that bomb by 2. Coming in on point, but does get taken down by Bucky in the end.
Yeah, this extended fight, as per composition, really benefits this ball comp. Whereas we'll see Ivy coming through here for a last minute stagger, well, just to get themselves killed, basically. Yeah, that long fight really does benefit GigaChads there on this ball comp. The monkey-based comps of Lobsters right now really do want to get in, get a pick, and that will be like kind of their fight composition. We'll see Silence coming through here for a bit. Now he doesn't have the barrage, so it can't be as aggressive. But really some damage here, managing to split the front line from the back line.
Ooh, a beautiful ground pound there, getting rid of the Ash. Lord Zeron does fall, though, unfortunately. Bucky clawing it back for GigaChads, though, with a nice double kill. Still has the Pulse Bomb as well if things get hairy. But it is going to be a nice pick onto Silence, silencing the death from above. Lobsters definitely have some momentum to take this forward, especially after take down Sue. Monkman does fall, so it is a very scrappy fight. But yeah, I mean, Lobsters had some momentum going for them there, but GigaChads managed to just get a slight advantage there, although the fight's not over just yet.
Yeah, Kebab there, I think, needs to be with their Pharah, not with their Tracer. So Doug got punished for that. I want to point out that in the previous fight, Monkman managed to take out both of the Pharah Mercy characters as a Reaper.
Ooh.
So, you know, a bit of praise to go through there. Bucky doing insane work on this Tracer, though, through this fight.
But truly insane. I think every fight has been very, very beneficial from Bucky's presence on the Tracer. It is also going to be benefited from Silence getting a double kill. Throwback to the first couple of games where Silence got a plethora of kills on that Pharah. Paying off big time as GigaChads have the point under control, up to 80% for them.
Yeah, and once again, like as we've seen through the past 3 fights, that long extended fight just really favors the ball comp and the sustain that comes through there. From that Ana, from the ball being able to just run away and get health, that overshield, that kind of thing. Yeah, we will see Monkman coming in here with a Blossom. You know, obviously we're used to not seeing too much value coming through from that. And yeah, we'll see a lot of ults being invested here.
Ooh, yeah, the Coal, the Bomb. Here comes the Reaper ultimate from Monkman, managing to squeeze a pick onto Rice before Sue can get there and eat most of the damage coming out there. It is going to be GigaChads with the pick potential, the pick advantage as well, as the rest comes through as well, keeping the numbers up. That is going to be GigaChads' fight to win, although they are all pretty low thanks to the consistent damage coming out from the Reaper and from the Monkey on the side of Lobsters. They are going to get some picks back as well, dealing with the Pharmacy and with the tank line as well. That is Lobsters winning the fight, but not the map just yet.
Yeah, not the map just yet, and that was a very interesting fight because it just seemed like Lobsters came back so much quicker And I just think that was actually just a matter of target focus there. They all turned to face one target, where I think GigaChads were all shooting like different targets. they got the nano furrow ready early, and didn't get the got a pick, but didn't get like the kills. We will see Silence coming back in here. Hopefully they can manage to build up another barrage. They will have a nano with them very shortly.
Ooh.
2 getting taken out the start by Ivy is not a good start to this fight.
That's not a good start for them. Although the mines invested by Rice onto point do take care of the Tracer on the side of Lobster. The nano going to be invested by Lord Zelron. Can it get value? I think it can, as GigaChads are getting kill after kill, and the reses to follow to keep the numbers up, and Lobsters left scrambling. They still have the barrage for good measure as well, raining down onto point, and that is the first map of Ilios down to GigaChads.
GigaChads taking that one there. Once again, Silence barraging in Monkman's face. Like, I'm going to call this one, just he happened to be a lot closer. Silence has left the game. Kebab has left the game.
Oh.
Pharmacy was DDoSed.
Oh, now that is some next level big brain tactics.
It's just to get rid of your enemy. This is the way you win.
Just hack them.
Just hack them, forehead. Deny their internet and they can't win.
A51 does not condone any advice that we have ever given.
Please do not hack anyone.
Please don't.
There you see, Ivy in chat says that they did DDoS. You see, there you go.
They know.
Well, it wasn't me saying it, Ivy said it.
Yeah, see, we blame Ivy. Not our fault. Don't at us.
No, don't ask. No, I joke. Please do not DDoS anyone. It's not the spirit of the game. We want to keep fun and fair Overwatch for everyone. Just play the game for the game.
Speaking of fun and fair, I think these matches are very close. And I really like the clash of these two different compositions. Like you said, the Bull comp kind of had a slight advantage with the sustain there. But do you think that will carry over to this map?
This map, I'm not so sure. I don't see a lot of teams running your ball compositions on this map. It is possible, but I think especially if you're going to try and run like the furrow or something, you can see they switched over now to this 6-man zombie comp, right? This is the comp that's more common here. But like the open sightlines here, it can be very beneficial for the furrow if she can maneuver around those pillars, but that's pretty much the only area of the map you actually have control. And there's such long sightlines between that, like, you have to play it so perfectly to actually get value. I think the 6-man comp now, where, you just stay as a ball, you can start from one place, then just move together, like, on this, like, small little choke points. I think this is a much better composition here for GigaChads.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the hacks, if they can hack that pack nice and quickly, definitely have a strong position there, but I don't want to say anything too soon. Don't want to cast as curse it, as I've done so many times, but yeah, we'll see how these two teams clash. I'm quite excited for this, especially with the Widow pick on the side of Lobsters. We've seen them shine in previous matches, so yeah, hopefully they can get some value on this Widow. I'm going to put cams on there as we come into a pause. Just kind of get the suspense going.
Yeah. So many pauses, Shame. I was actually going to comment on this Widow pick, because it should be, right? Should be quite hard for the Widow to get value in this composition. Into this composition. With the fact that they're all kind of grouped up, or maybe that's the idea. You just fire a shot into like the mass of bodies and hope that it's a head. Maybe it could be, but with the speed that GigaChads are looking to play here. This will hopefully be a fight where, a single Widow pick at some point during a fight doesn't work so well. Sorry, doesn't mean the end of the fight.
Yes.
It should just mean, hopefully, that GigaChads, also from GigaChads side, obviously, hopefully, that GigaChads win the fight and they happen to lose someone.
Yeah.
That's what we're going for.
That's the hope. But in practice, in the chaos that is team fights in Overwatch, you never know what's going to happen. It's down to those type timings. Yeah, we have for sure. I'm just ready to get into it. These pauses are relentless. There's only so many I can take. Give me content. That's what I want.
I want content as well, Spag. We're obviously here. We're waiting for the game to recommence.
Do you think we make good content?
They're having a bit of Discord troubles, apparently. A bit of DC, but not DC as in disconnect. DC as in Discord.
Oh, I like it. Some DC DCs.
DC DCs, yes, exactly.
AC DCs?
AC DCs?
Question?
Oh, Centauri? Question mark? They're always here. They can't get rid of them. I'm haunted. I open my door in the morning and boom, Creed.
He's always there. Oh no.
He's always there, man.
He's always there. As well as the pauses being unpaused. Always being there. We're going to open up. And I think GigaChads get nice and early to the pack, which is kind of what they needed.
It's expected when there's a Lucio on one side and a Mercy on the other.
Yeah.
A pocketed Widow, I might add. That's a scary sight for Gwynblade.
A lot of eggs in one basket there. But I mean, we'll see if it pays off. It's definitely something extra that they need to worry about. And almost gets taken down there. Some risky plays, but GigaChads have a lot of space and does take out Rice. Of all players, brutal with the damage boost as well, managing to take out such a tanky hero. And that is going to allow Lobsters to turn the tables and get the aggression going. Getting another kill onto 2 of all people for the winner to get. Both tanks would be the bottom of my list.
100%, yeah. And you saw there the first shot there, yeah, Monkman getting the cleanups here. So the DPS of Lobsters, you know, just really popping off here. It's only DPS and the kill feed, obviously they're the point supposed to do it, but anyway. See a very early primal there for Tiny Smart Rat. Rice 73%, so you can see the difference in experience of these two Winston players on their respective heroes there. A nice bit of stall there from 2 just to get up to 30%. But Gwynblade once again picking up there. I was saying there at the start, that initial kill onto Rice did not have a Mercy assist next to it, which means that the Mercy at that time was just pure healing Gwynblade to keep them up, and it worked out so well for them.
Oh, it's such a risky move, but it's paying off big time when you have that confidence in your... And denying the EMP coming out. That was an insane shot by that Widow. Popping off again, getting rid of Bucky, both DPS down for GigaChads, and the Lucio coming in to try and contest. Does manage to get a good job going, but I think it's too little too late.
Yeah, and that was Bucky during Blossom. Obviously quite stationary during that, so, you know, not really like a hard target. Well, still a hard target hit. I'm not going to act like I can aim. We will see Rice popping this primal rage here, and this is becoming quite a scrappy fight. They do manage to punish Tiny Smart Rat, and that should be the go button for GigaChads here.
Oh, and there's the EMP catching every single member that is alive of Lobsters. 5-man EMP, that's going to be enough for GigaChads to finally get back the throne of the point. 2 with a nice double kill on that Diva, and the cleanup has commenced. The res does come through on the Widowmaker to keep them alive, but it's just a matter of time before the cleanup comes through, and GigaChads gets this point under their control.
Under their control indeed, and 2's bomb landed on Ivy's head. There was 0 chance that Ivy was surviving. that was a nuclear explosion to the cranium. Goodbye, surprised that didn't DC the man. Yeah, we'll see a really good hold there. 66% for the Lobsters, and a couple ults to come in here with Monkman looking to get their 6th kill, I think, over all these maps with the Reaper. And,
not that you're keeping count.
Not that anyone's keeping count. No, definitely not me.
And there it is. The 7th kill coming out from Monkman on that Reaper. Good old Reliable. Getting that single kill. Getting the double kill though. So actually, for all the credit we don't give him, good play there for winning the fight for Lobsters.
No. Listen. Monkman's neutral play has been absolutely fantastic. I'm taking absolutely nothing away. I just think GigaChads have been so good at countering the Blossoms with, you know, either 2 eating it up or the rest of the team just kiting it really well. I don't think this is actually, like, this is no reflection on Monkman's abilities. I just think this is a really good reflection on GigaChad's abilities to avoid those.
I think that's a really good point, because if a team know that the Blossom is coming, it can be very easy to use your utilities to deny it. And here comes a Blossom of Bucky's own. Gonna get rid of Mr. Popo nice and early. Monkman does manage to get away with their life, just about. As the fight commences onto point, it looks like GigaChads have the space under their control. Takes into overtime. They're gonna need to get the remaining picks, which they do. Finish them off. No time like the present though, as it's 99% for Lobsters.
99% for Lobsters, and we are going into final fight territory here, and with that EMP bomb combo, GigaChads are looking to sit pretty on this point right now. It is all going to be up to a nice EMP here, a nice EMP engage, should I say, from Silence. Looking to silence their abilities, and choosing to take the Widow duel, I don't think that was the correct decision.
Ooh, yeah, the bomb coming in does manage to get a bit of space, but no picks as of yet. Here comes the EMP from Silence. catching 4 members of Lobsters. Just what you need if you are GigaChads to start clearing up. The bomb by 2 as well, taking care of the D.Va and the Reaper. And that is GigaChads' fight to win. Unless a miracle play comes out from Tiny Smart Rat on that Winston. Does get taken down. So unfortunately, I think Lobsters have this one lost. Although they are still trying. I got to give them credit. GigaChads just have the ultimate bank to try and respond. And yeah, that was just very well played by GigaChads.
Yeah, there's a bit of a misplay there at the start from Silence, choosing to take the Widow, the fight on the Widow there, and their Translocator was so far away. I think that was almost in their spawn, so it took them so long to get back from that fight. And is this not? Oh, this is the last map. Sorry, I saw like a big tower in front of me. I thought it was Lighthouse again. That's my bad for blind.
Fair play.
Excuse me. I saw 2-0 and I was like, this is weird. I think that was really well played there from GigaChads. In general, we saw some really good hero plays there from Lobsters, and that got them a large. They got them to 99% there. They just weren't able to close out that fight there. I think just with the nature of that, they're running they're running a very off meta composition, so it really does rely on like individual pop offs as opposed to like team cohesion. So when their players don't get that like immediate value, or not immediate is the wrong word, don't get that sustained value, then it does become really hard for them to actually make some progress with those kills. Yeah,
for sure, and it's high risk, high reward going with those types of plays, but sometimes the reward is big, the payout is big. I am liking this composition that I'm seeing from GigaChads. I don't think we've seen too much of this. I mean, I think Silence for some contest points has shown us the Doomfist, but it's good to see a map where he's dedicated. Never mind, I should just not.
I was just about to say, Spag, please stop cursing yourself.
No.
They've got into this Arab dive again, but this time with a Genji instead of the Tracer. So looking for that big burst potential there with that that dash combo, and I think Bucky might actually really struggle on this Genji here.
Ooh. Yeah, potentially, especially with no nano for the blades. It's looking like not so much of a struggle, more of a win there. Getting the early engage, getting rid of the Mercy and the Cassidy as well, with Silence to follow up on a nice double kill, triple kill onto the quadra kill. I just can't catch a break. Silence doing such a great job for GigaChads.
Multi-kill.
Multi-kill!
As I was saying, gets the boop off on Grimblade. That must have been in spawn. That must have been literally off the spawn doors. And there's Monk as well, okay, manages to get the TP up again. We will see Gwynblade here whips out the Widow to try and deal with Silence, and Silence very much respecting that, hiding behind there. We will see no real ults on the side of either team. We'll see Gwynblade getting some body shots there across the map onto the pharmacy. And Lord Zaron actually ends up dying from that.
Ooh, yeah, the 2 kills getting rid of the pharmacy nice and early. GigaChad's now down a lot of damage potential and a lot of poke. Lobsters know this and they're going to engage, getting rid of Bucky nice and early. 3 members down for the side of GigaChad's, and Gwynblade with that switch onto Cassidy is just what you need. Double kill to follow suit, and the cleanup is just around the corner as the point flips into Lobster's favor.
Yeah, I think the Pharah Mercy, they're playing a little too close to the ground, unfortunately, and just getting picked off there from that body shot damage from Gwynblade, opening up there with a bit of a boop there just to try and help there. We will see some couple good ults here coming through for GigaChads. The bombs, and the barrage. So the triple B looking to come through here, but we'll see an opening with Moira outside.
Ooh, yeah, and Tiny Smart Rat gonna pop the Primal to disrupt the Pharah. Not often you see that, and does a good job too. Doesn't quite manage to get the Pharah, but good play there. Almost had it in the bag. I think GigaChad's still holding on to what they have. The point in Lobster's favor. GigaChad's just biding their time, waiting for an opening, and sitting on a big, hefty ult bank.
I think a very big ult bank here for GigaChads. I mean, not looking too shabby on the side of there you go, Silence, the barrage into Tiny Smart Rat. That's a good sort of barrage. I'll accept that. And because Bucky,
no. Oh. Bucky. F's in chat for Bucky. You heard the blade. Immediately silenced by the flashbang. It doesn't matter though. because it was a good distraction for GigaChads to rotate onto point and get those surprise picks. Bucky does get rezzed, and GigaChads are back in action as if nothing happened. Point flipped into their favor. Good thing too, 40% to 67 is looking pretty dicey, but it is under their control, and they have a lot of ultimates, but a lot of ultimates to contend with on the side of Lobsters as well.
Yeah, that's a nice bomb into the backline there. Good bubble block there from Tiny. Smart strategy. Bucky does take out Monkman, who stayed, I think, a little bit too long in the front line there. And yeah, we will see this baby diva from Tsu. Is Tsu going to go for the remake?
Tsu going to go for the remake. Oh, the boot from Kebab is huge. The double kill. Absolutely phenomenal. And Tsu does go for the remake and does get the Cassidy. And that is just the disrespect you need. Also denying the res. GigaChads doing so well.
Yeah, there goes another boob kill there. So that's 3 for that fight between Kebab and Silence. I'm really going for the environmental diff here on well. Whether there's any map to do it, where this is the time. We will see a plethora of ults though from Lobsters available here. The bomb coming through to take out that pharmacy, hopefully, but no, just good kiting from Silence. Kebab does get taken out there. That means there's no sustain there, but the mines would make it very difficult for them to come in.
Ooh, yeah. As it takes into overtime for GigaChads, this is really where Lobsters need to find an opening. But it is going to be GigaChads getting rid of both DPS. They do manage to flip the points. So there is still potential. GigaChads is going to invest the beat as well to keep everybody alive. Lobsters trying desperately to get an opening pick here, to get something under their belt, but they are getting a lot of space. I got to give them that. Contending with Kebab is not an easy thing. Kebab gets a nice boop onto the Diva, but the Diva can just fly away as the Primal is popped by Tiny Smart Rat. And he goes in to the fray. Going to be Legs and Ivy getting a nice pick onto the Mercy and the Ball. Remake kill once again from Tsu. Just can't catch a break from the side of Lobsters. Here comes Bucky with take 2 of the Blade, getting rid of the Mercy. A huge pick, but does get traded off by Tiny Smart Rat as both of the teams are now in overtime.
Yeah, Bucky, Blade 2, Electric Boogaloo, only catching 1 this time. 0 before, so a dramatic upgrade. They improved the budget and really focused on character development there. Yeah, but it looks like all the picks are coming through for Lobsters. And that's a well-placed bubble there from Tiny Smart Rat just to make Silence barrage themselves. We will see Bucky coming back here on this Doomfist, but I think it's pretty much all said and done, and that goes there goes the point. A victory nonetheless for GigaChads, but a good fight back there for Lobsters.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, I think they can hold their heads high. These games have been so close, so well done, so well executed. And yeah, I'm very impressed with the plethora of plays that we've seen.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. Like it's been fantastic. This has been high quality Overwatch all around, and I've really enjoyed it. I'm not sure if you can see my power has actually gone off, but I don't know what's this bulb is weird. I have UPS is gonna last me a little bit, but you know we're okay for now. Don't stress.
I'm okay. Stressed.
Stressed.
Ask the 8-ball what to do. Any advice? Right? Any advice from the RGB 8-ball? Let me give it a shake quickly. Yeah. Just deal with it. Just deal with it. Oh, the sass. Oh. Wow, that's savage. Well, I hope the power cut isn't too bad. Nah, okay. But yeah, I think.
Are we going back to King's Road?
Are we doing another?
Do it again, man.
I think
I can't do another road, man. I can't do another road, man. I'm sorry. I exhausted
it. You refuse it. That's fair. You did a good shot. You did much better than I could even dream of. But they are flirting with the King's Row, aren't they?
Dear. Yeah. So, but no, that was actually a really good map there. It did look like okay, no, that lobsters are done.
Right.
They said GG's. They're out. They were looking at doing a King's Row Goats map, but it looks like we are all done for now, and we will be GG's for the side of things, and that was a really fun scrim actually. GigaChads winning it out 3-2, so that should tell you you should need to know about how that scrim went. Very back and forth, as it always is. Very interesting that Leicester Lobsters solely ran Monkey. That's it. So if you are just tuning in now, we do have two waiting here for an Ivy coming in here for interviews. So that should be fun.
Oh, that would be so good.
But yeah, so that was should we bring them in here?
Yeah, you want. Let's bring him in here. Let's give a nice, oh, hello, a nice warm welcome to Ivy and Sue. How's it going?
What's up? What's up?
How did you find those games? I mean, very, very close. Lots of banter between you guys. I feel like you guys gelled well and played even better as well. So, yeah, how do you think overall, after all of those games, how do you think they turned out?
So, obviously, while I was like running the Winston only comps, we'd find it a bit rough to go against like, you know, the Sombra, the Pharmacy and stuff. But obviously we have like the flex DPS players to like try and counter that. But like regardless, we still had fun, even if like, you know, we're getting held in spawn by a Farah.
Farah's a new character, you know, not a lot of people know how to deal with them. It's okay.
I know.
In comp, you see it all the time. You know, only released like a week or two ago. Yeah, it's very lucky for Tsu that they have a good like a Farah player who just picked it up so quickly. But I mean, yeah, I'm interested to know, Ivy. You started off on the Ana in the first map, and then switched onto the Moira and didn't touch the Ana again. Why was that?
So pretty much, it's not fun at all to play Ana into the comps they were running. So we all just made, and we don't really play for like, you know, counters and shit. We just play for what's fun.
Yeah, fair enough.
So we just decided, you know what, if you're getting hard, focus on the Ana, you know, against the the zombie on the other team. We wanted to mirror that as well. Obviously the Farah and the Sombra, like, it'll make it easier on myself. We can just all commit onto a dive with Moira.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. I like that mindset. It's not often you get that, you know, we just want to play what we like. We're not going to counter. It's quite a chatty mindset, I gotta say.
Oh, for sure. And it worked for them, so, you know.
True.
Too, at the end of the day.
Yeah, we prefer the term specialists instead of one-tricks.
Yeah, we would never dream of using the real one-trick, don't worry.
Never.
Of course.
Would not hear that from us. We didn't say that during the stream, did we, Frost?
No.
No, okay, good.
No.
No, that's just our thing, bro. I think what our whole comp started with, because we're a university team, so we had a Winston one-trick player who obviously you saw here. He's absolutely
Winston what? Sorry.
Sorry, Winston specialist. He's absolutely nuts. So we all decided like together, let's just play around this guy. Let's just put all our resources into him.
Yeah.
And just play exactly how we want to play. And obviously the guy who just joined now is the guy who played Reaper, and he's also a Reaper specialist. So.
Oh yes, you did predict that at the beginning, Frost. You did say he's been playing a lot of Reaper. I think he specializes in this hero, but we did see him switch off to some Hanzo as well. So is he going to dabble in other heroes, or do you reckon you're going to do what you did with the Winston and just play around the Reaper?
You tell us, Monk.
I think so Reaper's definitely 100% my strongest character. But because I'm on flex DPS, I'm doing a lot of like maybe projectile heroes. I've been practicing a bit of Mei, a bit of Echo, so hopefully, you know, next time we probably scrim this team again, I'll be able to diversify a bit. But at the moment, it's mostly Reaper and Hanzo.
Okay.
Nice.
I think we're very lenient on the DPS, but the tanks are something that we'll never swap. Like we'll even swap the Demon for Rosario occasionally, but never the Winston.
Never the Winston.
So let's hear from the other side. Tsu, obviously, you know, you guys have the advantage of more flexibility, right? But it seemed like it was quite a struggle to play into the more specialized kind of composition. So how did that come through there?
Well, on maps like Jib, as you saw, we just got deffed. Like the Winston comp just wasn't even close in comparison. But other than that, we're just trying to find ways to counter Winston on comps that you shouldn't, on like maps, you shouldn't be playing Winston. So it was a bit weird for her. But the Farah seemed to work well, and then Silence is cracked. So
yeah,
we just stuck with that in the last few maps.
And I just want to ask, talk me through your guys' comm structure, because I did see there were maybe it was just like first map jitters or something like that, but like I saw it seemed to be a little bit of a disconnect you guys had sometimes, between say Silence and maybe actually the rest of the team, just going in at slightly different times there. So how's you guys work your comms?
So we've got we don't have a main tank at the moment. And we're not really trying to get a main tank because Overwatch 2's in like 20 days. So we just had a ringer. So sometimes the disconnect, it was just like main tank we're not used to. Then the hit scan was also a ringer, and the flag support was a tryout. So we're still, like, we're not a team yet. We're still trying to get used to each other.
Okay, now that makes sense then. Yeah, you and, on the whole, you guys played like very, very well. We saw some really good connection, especially on your 6-man comps there, especially towards the end. So yeah, it was really good work there, especially for about half a team that's played together, another half that's completely new. So
yeah, mad props. Definitely showed us how it's done. Showed us the Chad way. Absolutely love to see it. Are there any shout outs that you guys want to give before we round up? Well, Sue, we'll start with you.
Kebab is the best main support in the world. I love him so much, man. He's cracked.
It's so much energy. I love it. Well, fair. He got that double boop in Ilios, which was good to see. Lovely stuff. Best Lucio. Monkman, next. Any shout outs you want to give?
I mean, apart from the amazing players we got on our team, especially Sam on his Winston kind of carrying us all on his back, I do occasionally stream. It's just my name, Monkman_OW. I was talking in chat, and I was streaming this match actually. I was wearing because I usually wear a hot dog outfit for a special occasion. Do you want me to turn on my camera so you can see it?
Oh, that is amazing.
I'd love to see this person. Let's check this out. Can I?
Oh, he is in a hot dog outfit. That is woo. That is glorious.
That is saucy. No pun intended. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. I don't think we'll be able to catch it up on stream, but
well, do you mind if we have it on stream?
I'm perfectly fine with that, yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess you were streaming in
Hey, there I am.
There he is. Oh, a bit big. In the hot dog outfit.
The entirety of the stream is actually now Monkman, so
that's good. It's me. My stream now.
Okay. It's his stream, he's hijacked it now.
Yes, so this is now Monkman stream. So yeah,
amazing.
Monkman_W. Give him a check out there. Ivy, what's your call, yeah?
Shout out our DPS, our hitscan DPS Funkin. If you see on the logo, we've got the Leicester Lobster logo and then plus Funkin on the bottom. So he's not actually from our uni, but he's one of our close friends and he always plays with us. So shout out to that guy. He's been through with us through a lot. Through these scrims. Appreciate that guy.
Tell you what, let's do one more thing before we head off here. So you guys obviously all given the shout outs to your team and that. Like, let's give let's choose Ivy or Monkman. Do you want to go from your team? You choose a representative.
Ooh, hot seat.
You know what it's for yet, so this is.
I'll let Ivy take this one.
Oh, go on then.
Cool. Ivy, tell us if you had to give like MVP or something to a player from GigaChads, who would that be?
From GigaChads? Oh, that's a good one. Obviously, by map, different players popped off, sure. But I think definitely consistently, whoever was playing Farah, that guy was putting a stop. He was putting an absolute stop to our backline. Like, obviously coupled with the tanks, like the Ball and Diva, they followed up really, really well. But that Farah putting all the pressure on our backline, pretty much on our DPS, made it pretty much impossible.
Oh. Okay. Rest in peace, Frost. He will be missed. But yeah, no, that is a good player to pick. I gotta say, Silence definitely did some dirty work and was in the kill feed for all the right reasons. Quite a lot of it.
Absolutely, wants player.
Yeah. Lovely stuff. So Sue, any shout outs or MVPs you want to give who played particularly well on the other team on Lobsters?
It's got to be the Winston.
Yeah, I thought that was coming. What was so hard about playing against that Winston? Was it just they were just always there at the right time?
Just always there. I wasn't a chance where I could dive with them. They were just constantly on the back line, so.
Fair play. And I mean, with a Winston, a Winston specialist, you can't really be surprised with that being the answer. But, oh yeah, lovely stuff. Thank you all for coming for the interview. And thank you for the scrim. Some amazing plays. Sorry Frost had to duck out. I think the CIA got to him. Finally, he's been running for a while, so it's only a matter of time. But yeah, thanks for coming in. Thank you for the interviews. And yeah, I think that's all we've really got time for. Stick around because there's going to be many streams.
I speak to the Lobsters, but we all had a lot of fun. Thanks to the casters, thanks to your team.
Worries.
We had an absolute blast playing.
Probably the best scrim we've done today.
Best scrim we've done for a while.
Let's go.
Much appreciated.
Maybe see you guys come back in a rematch. You never know.
Anytime.
Hopefully,
Anytime.
Yeah.
I'll love to see it. All right, cool. I will let you guys go. Get back to your teams. GG's all round. And yeah, thank you to everyone in chat for sticking around.